Welcome to Safe Space Sounds, where we connect through music, stories, and healing frequencies. I'm Bombay, and tonight we're joined with Emile Martinez. So I want to give the audience a little bit of background. Emile's a trumpeter, composer, multi-instrumentalist, or not, just trumpet?
Mainly trumpet, play piano.
Okay, so you dabble.
Just to write and produce and stuff.
I was about to hype you up.
Nah,
As if you need it. As if he needs it.
Not there yet.
Listen, he is a band leader. He is a thought leader. He is a father, which is, as all of us parents may know, is tough to do both. Creative endeavors and the family thing. It's a lot. So hats off. One thing that I find extremely notable about you personally, Emile, and this project that you're releasing or you just released is just how multifaceted you are and your sound is. We know you're Grammy nominated and you've worked with artists like Anderson .Paak, and this album is your first project as an as a solo artist, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sure you've worked on lots of projects, but this one is yours.
This is my first.
This is your baby.
This is my baby.
Okay, well, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna listen to a few of the records, but I will say that the album's called Lamad.
Lamad, yes.
Okay. It is modern jazz, but it feels traditional. It feels like jazz, like true jazz should, but it also feels fresh. It feels current. It's very right now. And I'm really excited to kind of pick your brain about your process and your project.
Yeah.
Because I really think that you represent where jazz is headed.
Really?
Can I say that? Is that too much?
It's the truth.
Wow, thank you.
Right? Would you agree?
I'm blown away. I'm blown away by Emile's, album. Is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's so deep, it's so cinematic, and you got Late Coltrane, you got Electric Band from Miles, you got Herbie Hancock.
Yep.
You got it's him though. That's the thing that I'm really impressed about it. It's super solid. Like as you were mentioning earlier, it's a complete album.
Yeah.
It's not just like
Thank you.
just hey, here's some singles and none of them are related.
No, it's a concept album.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There's some motifs in there,
Can you tell us a little bit about your inspiration for the project and just the story behind it as a whole?
Yeah. My inspiration for it.
Is it too soon to jump into it?
No, no.
Tell us where was your mind at? Because I mean, Lamad is a name of a person.
It's my my late friend who passed away in 2018. It's his name spelled backwards. And ironically, Lamad is a word, and it actually means to teach or to educate or to be a teacher. And I didn't know that until my friend decided to look it up. My friend, old manager, Hussein, he said, man, did you know Lamad's a word? I said, no, I had no idea. He goes, man, it literally means to teach.
Wow.
Whoa.
And he's like, and your band is called Emile The Education, and you decided to name the album and dedicate it to your friend that passed away. And I said, yeah. I said, damn, that's crazy. It's just interesting how things have been working ever since I decided to do this.
Is The Education the collective?
It's my group, yeah, Emile The Education, yeah. I used to have a group called Emile The Educated back in the day. When I first got home from college, I wanted to put a group together with my buds, Jonathan Pinson and Jonathan Richards and Brian Hargrove and another guy named Wes Singerman, who's a guitar and he's a producer. He's part of a production company that works with this guy named great piano player and producer Roger. Forget his last name, but these guys have worked and produced on songs for like Kendrick and other people. And then, but back then we were just trying to put a band together, get some gigs and try to figure it out. And when you're young and you think I want to put a band together and you want to do it, it's very simple. It's like very innocent, you know.
Sure.
And then you start everyone starts to get calls for gigs and start grinding, and that's when the commitment is tested, you know. And so I went through that, and then it hit me like, I don't know how to be a band leader. I don't know what that means. So it was intentional, like, let me go out into the world and learn, not necessarily how to be a follower, but I need to learn and decide if this is something that I want to do. It can't just be, oh, I'm a band leader. Yeah, I have a group. And, you know, I don't know. Am I allowed to say certain words? Am I allowed
Sure,
to
man.
speak freely? Okay.
Say it all.
I wasn't, you know, I didn't feel comfortable half-assing it. You know, I knew that I would be doing a disservice to the people that were around me. You know, it wasn't right. So I had to get my act together.
It's a different role, right? Like being a sideman versus band leader and dealing with the venue and, you know.
Yeah, that's interesting because Pasquale and I are always talking about mastery and excellence, and you know, the responsibility. If you want to be great, it requires a little bit more than I'm kind of good at
learning.
Yeah, and you have to learn to teach.
Man,
you got to know to teach.
You gotta embrace being a student of life. It never stops learning. You never stop learning. The moment you stop learning, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, so I'm really like fascinated with that whole process, you know, like how you know, started with this other band called The Educated, you know, and then sort of just evolved into like figuring out what it takes to be a band leader. Because, you know, we met at the Jonathan Pinson show,
right?
That you helped, you know, with a lot of his tunes at the Sunrose.
Well, just the one. Yeah, just the one.
Gotcha.
He did me a solid. He was like, I got you, bro. I'm gonna, you know, he loved, I'm a beat maker too.
Okay,
you know?
dope.
So I have like a beat tape coming out this summer.
Oh,
really?
Nice.
Yeah, 2. And then
what kind of beats?
I'm a huge I'm a hip hop head.
Hip hop.
You know.
Let's go.
So and I've worked with a lot of hip hop artists
For the culture.
and a lot of soul electronica artists so I like I make beats. So like
I'm trying to see what you're working with.
Oh yeah.
Let's run through that catalog.
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot of music
on the hard drive for me.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff.
Let's go. Soul electronica, up my alley.
I make
barking up the right tree, buddy.
Oh yeah, no, I make beats.
Let's go.
Like some bangers, but I'm different. I like I come from, you know, where I'm inspired by people like Jay Dilla and Madlib and stuff like that. A lot of like After One. He's like from out here, and some other people.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, and I am a sample kind of dude.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, that's what people used to do. And I'm kind of like a traditionalist in that way. Even though I can just whip something up, it's just something about
samples are special. Yeah,
because like you're paying homage to the people that, you know, are making
came before you, and you're also evoking a certain feeling of nostalgia from that specific either time and or record. Is something about that. No matter how you alter it, it still takes you there.
Yeah,
I really love that.
Yeah,
that's dope. Okay, so Orison, this word. And that you used, how did you come? I know it's Orison to Daniel's Light.
To Damal.
Or Damal, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
And then...
really quick, though, was Damal the animated guy in the album cover? Like,
yes.
He's a keyboard player?
Yes. Yeah. Well, he's a singer. He was a singer.
Okay.
I mean, he dabbled on the keys.
I gotcha.
Damal was my neighbor. He actually lived up the street. I was outside one day. I was in grad school at the time. I was going to Cal Arts, and I had just moved to Inglewood, which, you know, trying to get from Inglewood to Santa Clarita is a mission. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
So when I was home, one day I was home, I was just taking a break. You know, I was outside, you know, taking a little nature walk, and walking up my driveway, and there was a brother walking down the street, and I always talk to my neighbors, man. You know, I was raised that way. You know, and I'm an LA native. You know what I mean? So we appreciate our our neighbors.
Y'all are neighborly.
Yeah, we mad neighborly. That's how, that's what it should be.
Y'all neighborly.
You know, so I'm like, I saw this. You know, I'm on my nature walk. I saw another brother walking down the street, and he's doing. I said, "What's up, man?" And he was like, "What's up?" So then after that, just became best friends. That was it. And then we'd hang out. We'd exchange numbers, would hang. He would come by the house, and then he's like, "Oh, you're a musician?" I said, "Yeah." Oh, he's like, "That's where where I live. I live in a 3-house lot. So I live in the front house. There's a middle house and the back house. There's another musician that lives there too. So there's always music going on
that's dope.
on the property." And he was like, "That's where the music's coming from. I hear stuff going on, rehearsals and stuff." It's like, "Yeah, we're here." And man, we just ended up hanging out a lot and just became best friends.
I love that.
And
That's intense, man.
And you dedicated the album to him because
he was the person that told me I needed to make an album.
Wow.
He was the one. I have another friend, Hussein,
Yeah.
like a big bro
Haas.
as well. And he had said, Hussein was like, "Man, you ever thought?" I was like, I was working with another artist at the time. I was his music director. I was putting bands together for him, and we were doing shows. I was playing trumpet on his albums, and he was. People were kind of wondering, like, "Man, when are you gonna do your own thing? You gotta step out, like, you're different and stuff." And kind of just shrug it off. But Damal was like, "Listen, bro, like, you've helped me, you've inspired me, and you got to do it." So I was like, "All right, I'll start working on it." I mean, I was still dealing with grad school stuff and
composing.
Yeah, just writing, studying, and
which is a full-time job.
Playing on people's albums, still, grinding, and I hadn't heard from Damal. I remember him telling me that he was having a son, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, man, that's what's up. Like, bro, we got to get together, And when you're on that journey of building a family, you lose touch with people. And I'm not the type of person to like, I don't trip off of that. When you're out there doing your thing, you got to do it. And one day I was talking to another friend, and he shared with me the news. He was like, "Hey," he called me and pulled me to the side. An old friend pulled me to the side and was like, "Man, I think you got to look at this." And I was like, "What's up?" Because Damal had been at the house. He was at the house a month or so, about a month and a half before he passed. And we were going to get together. I was going to meet his son and everything.
Yeah.
His son was, he came by the house to let me know his son was born and that he was getting a place with this lady and that, he was happy. And he was like, did you finish the music, man? You still? And I said, I'm getting it, And then like right after that, I saw the article that he had passed away, and, his body was found in a park not too far from where I live.
Oh, man.
And he was real young, man. I think he was like 26, 27.
Gosh.
Maybe 25 years old. So, yeah, that kind of was like a wake-up call when you're, somebody's life is cut so short, and then you start to think about, I started thinking about his parents, you start thinking about his son.
The impact.
Yeah, the impact.
His gifts.
And he loved to sing. He wasn't like he just loved to sing. He loved music, and he always wanted to be an artist. He always wanted to like do his own thing. So he would, make music videos with his friends and try, just do the grind thing. He's figuring it out, doing it.
Yeah.
So I said, I owe it to my bro, man. Like, he was a good dude. He's somebody that was hanging out with the wrong crowd, being from Inglewood, and decided to turn his life around. And he was working at Sage, the vegan restaurant, off of Sepulveda. He was like working in the kitchen, then he was a bouncer,
Yeah.
and then he was doing this, just grinding,
Yeah.
Working
working
for
and
his family.
yeah, for his family, doing what he had to do to just stay out of trouble,
Mm-hmm.
And I really admired that. He was actually afraid to tell me about his past because he would, he was like, I remember us having a conversation like, man, I don't want to feel like you feel like you can't trust me. You don't want me in your house and stuff. And I was like, man, I don't judge you, bro. That's not for me to do. And I think that is what made us closer. Like we never judged each other,
Also, mutual trust requires vulnerability, and it's hard to be vulnerable with people
out here
in this day and age. Especially out here.
People weaponize your vulnerability.
100%.
Yeah.
And people are fake vulnerable.
Oh yeah.
To get you to be vulnerable.
They want to see what secret will they tell me.
Yeah.
So that I can
use it.
I can get in there on that weak spot.
But when you have someone that deserves or matches your energy, your intentions, you see it. And, you're a mirror.
Yeah.
You guys are a reflection of one another. And I love that. To hear the backstory to the album is so dope because I didn't know what the word Orison meant, and I didn't know who Lamad was. But I could tell there was meaning and real heart in the story of the stories being told in the album. So to hear this, context is really, it's touching.
Yeah, there's a lot
meaningful.
There's a lot of songs on that. Every song on that album is dedicated to somebody.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you took this interaction, this relationship with someone who, meant something to you.
Oh yeah.
At least, if nothing else, inspired you.
Oh yeah.
And you dedicated this body of work to him. So I mean, in a way, you've immortalized him.
Yeah.
And to have someone, you just said, to pay homage, to the people that influence us or inspire us, right? Like to have to pay such tribute to someone, even though he's gone, I know it means the world. Even to us listeners, not knowing him personally, I feel moved by that gesture. You know,
I feel like he was such a stand for you in your life and your creativity and your ability to open up this next chapter in your life creatively of this album and everything that's going to be coming with it. And I feel like every time I listen to the album, it's like a complete, like, here I am. It's like an emotional, not crucifixion, but it's like completely 100%. You did not leave anything on the table, man. Like, and I feel like this complete purging, like when I listen to the whole thing, it's very cathartic. It's very it's
emotional.
It's
it really
super
is.
emotional. Like I'm just like, and that's not easy to do musically, man.
I mean, I'm surprised that I think my intention was to do that, and when you're making instrumental music, when there's no words, it's the challenge. That's the challenge.
Yeah.
And
you nailed it, kiddo.
Oh, thank you. Because I mean, you don't know, you do it, and you don't know how people are gonna perceive it, and music and art in itself is meant to be subjective. It's not supposed to be like, oh, this is good and that's not. It's you just didn't like it. Everybody's got different tastes. There's a lot of stuff that's commercially popular that I don't like, but there's millions of people that like.
I think that's
can't get enough.
The bee's knees.
Yeah, they can't get enough. They're and so who am I to say, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the
art's so dope.
Yeah,
well, we loved it.
Thank you.
We
that
loved
means
it.
a lot.
We saved it.
Definitely, we got to go see him live because I've seen you live maybe 3 or 4 times.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Let me tell for all the people that are out there, this dude is dope. And you gotta buy his album.
Thank you.
You gotta support him.
Go to Spotify for sure.
All you festivals in Europe,
check him out.
Better accept him. Or you're gonna hear
Send
from
your
me.
offers too. This is his agent.
This guy is amazing.
His phone number is. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna call my Uncle Tony bag of donuts and
Right.
break your kneecaps if you don't do it. So.
You better do it.
Right.
No, man. I think listening to it, it's one of those albums that like you don't get tired of because there's so much in there. There's so much meat and potatoes, man. It's so tell me, like, what did that look like? What is it? Was it 3-4 years? Like, how long did it take you, man?
Man, I started recording that in 2018.
2018.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you know, pandemic, the 2020, I had a studio session scheduled for March in 2020. And March is when everything shut down.
Yeah.
So I was like,
on my birthday.
oh,
Damn.
word. I guess that's on pause now.
Yeah.
So I had to wait. I was forced to wait. But because I was forced to wait, I had these melodies written. I had some melodies and stuff written that I liked. And then I was like, man, these melodies suck. And because I'm a perfectionist, you know,
Right.
I struggle with perfectionism, man. It
Don't we
sucks.
all?
It sucks. It's so debilitating. It's like I'm really working through it right now, actively, as
Same.
I'm here with you guys.
Literally
right now.
as we speak.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And then you couple that with imposter syndrome, and then you add a little bit of grief in there, which grief is funny. Grief has a way of sneaking up on you and showing up in ways that can be debilitating at times too. So I was going through it all, man. So I just, I said to myself, if I'm gonna make an album,
You sure did.
I gotta keep it real. I kind of know. I don't know. My big bros and my mentors, they always give me a hard time because they're like, man, you're such a man. You're like bound by principle. And I'm like, man, like the world is so chaotic. Somebody's got to keep it real right here,
Yeah.
But you end up with that. You could shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Sometimes, it's like I have had to learn how to pick my battles. I've had to learn how to walk away. I'm a Sagittarius.
I was gonna ask.
I'm December 8th, and I'm a triple Sag.
Whoa.
People believe in zodiac signs and
Really?
your natal chart. Yeah, I'm a triple
My
Sag.
son
I'm
is a-
fired up.
Sun, moon, and rising.
Yeah.
Sag.
I think my rising is Virgo rising.
What's the triple?
Sun, moon, and then I forget one of the other things.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably like your north or south node, or maybe.
Yes. Yes.
Which is like karmic.
Yes, I'm sagged out.
So it's very rare for anyone to have 3 of their sun sign to also be their moon, and then one of the other bigger pillars.
Yeah.
But that's deep.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Do you know what degree Sagittarius you are?
I don't.
Okay, you should. Whenever next time you look at your birth chart, it'll say like 29 degrees.
I have my time passages app.
Yeah.
When we're done, I have no
Yeah.
problem showing
I
it
wanna
to you.
check- I wanna-
Yeah,
that's
I show it to it's Gabby, who's in the band with me, and Heather.
Yeah.
They're very tapped in, so I showed it to them, and they were like, "Wow."
Yeah.
And they're like, "How are you so calm?"
Yeah.
And I was like, and I told them, it's like, that the Incredible Hulk. She asked him like, how are you not angry? He's like, you want to know my secret? I'm always angry. You know what I mean? It's like that's
Hulk smash.
Hulk smash. Yeah, I am the Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
Burning inside.
man, all the
down.
time, but I have to be cool because I'm actually just a very chill person by nature.
And you said you're learning to pick your battles. Do you feel like with yourself?
Oh, man.
Is that like the hardest of all? Yeah, I could see.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it. There's like a little bit of like there's like beautiful chaos,
Yeah.
right? And like it's like a what's the word I'm looking for? There's order. There's this perfect order in your almost
In my chaos.
yeah. It's
Yes.
like, you know, not method to the mayhem doesn't quite.
No, it
you
doesn't.
know,
It's not
that's
as easy as, it's not as simple as that.
It's not as simple as that,
No,
right?
no,
But
no.
like there's layers.
Oh,
There's
man.
so many layers in there.
Oh,
when you listen to
man.
the record, I mean, it instantly catches you. It instantly moves you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I feel what you're feeling
Yeah.
when you were creating it and when you were recording it. But there's like Pasquale was saying, there's so much in there that you kind of gotta like work through it as the time goes. And by the end, I'm like, okay, I think I get it now, you know? So I like that.
The process, you asked me a good question. Both of you did so what was that like? How did that even begin? And it was like a whiteboard. I purchased a whiteboard, my handy dandy whiteboard. I love my whiteboard.
Yes. The dry erase markers.
Man,
Yes.
it sits on my wall.
So
And I
good.
storyboarded my album because I'm a movie
Fire.
person. I love scores. So I said to myself, if I'm going to make an album, it has to be honest, it has to be truthful, and it has to tell a story. Because I think a lot of times within the world of instrumental music in particular, I don't like to call it jazz. I like to say African American classical music. 'Cause that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what Duke Ellington said. You know.
Sure.
So and Billy Strayhorn, these people, these are our
Yusef Days.
these are our
So
black
good.
classical music.
yeah black classical music. Or Nicholas Payton says Black American music. I like to say classical music in the sense that I am a
Messed
believer.
up that he got fired at Berkeley, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
Politics.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I don't know,
The context.
I don't know the context. I can't speak on it, but I'll say this. There was a professor at Berkeley that passed away, Ralph Peterson. I used to hang with him a lot. I used to spend a lot of time with Ralph, just kicking it.
Yeah.
I've never spoken about this publicly. It's crazy. When I was with Ralph, he would tell me certain things, some stories. I'm not gonna go, it's right. So, but there's one time we were hanging out, and he says, "You guys don't know what it takes to survive out here." And I was like, he was talking to the class. He was talking to me and a couple buds hanging with him. He goes, I'm in my 40s and I'm just getting my first endorsement. I'm the only drummer to ever replace Art Blakey and Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. He was my mentor. I played with Betty Carter. I played with all these. I worked with Abby Lincoln. I know I've been in this. I've been teaching for X amount of years, and I'm just now getting a symbol endorsement.
Jesus. Yeah.
It is hard.
Lifetime, like overnight success after 30 years,
Yeah.
But also, he went on, he was like, even though this is black music, being black, the struggles of what it's like existing in this world are like unmatched. And he's telling me this, and I'm like 20, and I understand from the context of me watching my mom raise me, remembering our experiences, our encounters, watching her defend herself in front of me as a young boy, watching the women I call them my mothers, my matriarchs, in my life, my mom's friends that helped raise me, my dad's sister who's like another mom. I remember I'm watching all these women, you know, black women, women of color. I'm watching all these smart, intelligent women, and I see the struggle, you know, through their experience. And I'm like, and then one of my mentors passed away when I was 18 or 19. He passed when I was at Berkeley, Dr. Derek Finch, you know, this brother from Pittsburgh, you know, that worked extremely hard to get anywhere and do anything in his life, you know, and it's a very it's tough. So when I see stuff like that happen,
who in my mind, like, how can you possibly get anyone more suited to be the director of, I think he was the director of jazz studies or horn trumpets or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen him live. Like, Nicholas Payton is I think he's like the reincarnation of Louis Armstrong, man. I when I saw that, I was pissed, you know, like, how could they, he's anti-Semitic. Like, come on, like, give me a break.
The Bay is,
I mean, you know,
it's interesting.
that's a whole nother.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
You went to Berkeley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Berkeley. I was a presidential scholar in 2006.
Ooh.
So at the time, it was the second year that Berkeley had that program. It's like where you have people that need the financial assistance but are also talented, that have been accepted to the school. The school selects the president and the head of scholarships and student admissions. They select students that they want to be, you know, kind of like, we've personally selected you to receive like everything paid.
Yeah,
for
full ride.
Yeah, but everything, room
Amazing.
and board,
Housing,
everything.
Were you there at the same time as like Esperanza Spalding?
crazy.
And
No, she was actually like, she was my ensemble teacher my first semester at Berkeley. So she was young. She was the youngest professor there.
youngest professor ever, right?
But when I came into the class, she was like, "Why are you in this class?" She was like, "You don't need to be here. You need to be in the advanced class." She was like, "Come sign out. I'll do the paperwork." She was like, "Get out of here, man." She's like, "You can play." She was like, "You need to be in another class." So I remember that.
Wow.
She was super cool. She was super cool. And then
So awesome, man.
And then later on, I almost had the opportunity to work with her. I met her. I used to play at Wally's every Wednesday and Friday. Wally's is the jazz club. That's
In
like
Boston?
Yeah, that's like school. That's school.
Sure.
Wally's is school.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where you really learn how to play.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where you
Play
get
with
your
the
ass
heads and
handed to
Get
you.
your ass kicked.
Yeah.
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 That's where you go to get school.
That's where you go to get beat up. That's like, you know how boxers, when they train,
Yeah.
they do a little light sparring in the gym, and then the gyms
Yeah.
go on against each other.
Spar, yeah.
That's Wally's.
That's Wally's.
Gotcha.
That's where all the schools come together and they duke it out. You know what I mean? So anyway, I was there one night, I was playing, and you know, she approached me. She was like, "Man, I'm gonna hit you up. I need a trumpet player." She thought that we had graduated. She thought we were like graduates and that we were just gigging and stuff
you were a
like that.
freshman, right?
And when she found out that I was still in school, you know, bless her heart, she was like, we had a long conversation. She was like, "You can't drop out of school. I can't take you on the road and take you out of school. You need your degree. You need it. It's going to help you." And then she was the one that was like, there's more to life and there's more to the world than just playing. And this degree is going to help you in whatever else you want to accomplish. And I will never not thank her for her being such a warm and amazing person for that, because she was the one that was like, and I'll never forget that.
Yeah. It's
So cool,
probably changed
man.
your life.
Yeah.
You were telling me the other day you're actually going to be applying for your PhD, right?
Yeah, I just finished applying for my
What school?
doctorate.
What
You're
school
gonna be
is
a
that?
doctor.
I hope so. I'm ASU. That was the main one. I was going to apply to a bunch of other schools.
What PhD is it? Like composition or?
It's an integrated studies doctoral program, PhD, and it's music education, but it's for musicians that are like professional musicians and artists that have a passion for teaching and want to take it further than beyond just private lessons or just trying to sell a course on Instagram. Like, this is how you learn how to play jazz. Like, bro, no, that's not, not for the person that can't afford an instrument.
Right. How do you bring it to them who deserve it and probably maybe have the best talent in the world? They just
people
can't.
that have never been given the chance to discover who they are.
Wow. That's
Right.
deep, man.
So
It is, and it's really impactful to be able, to put yourself in a position where you can pull up others.
I've always been like that.
Yeah, so
I had people do that to me. Everybody in my life has always pulled me up and believed in me. People, I'm very blessed to have had, like, despite the financial challenges, my mom and growing up not having a lot, we had a lot at the same time, and I think that's where I just stay in that place. That's just how I'm made, man. And so I just have to just honor that
so
about
cool.
myself.
The contribution, man, the giving, that's what I got from you the moment I met you, man, is
That's just how I'm made,
accessible
man.
and giving and warm and genuine, and it's a pleasure to have you here. Let me tell you that, man.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that,
and
man.
to meet you and be introduced to your music as someone who had not previously heard anything from you is really, I feel blessed. It really is.
This girl can sing, man. I'm telling you, we're gonna.
Oh man, that's
we're gonna be doing some
amazing.
cool stuff, man. You never know.
I'm down, man. Anywhere I can support. I'm down.
Absolutely.
You got to come to. We actually have a show next Saturday.
Okay.
Here in LA at a private property in Box Canyon.
Okay.
And it's going to be really ill. It's the Batiste family
Oh, okay.
Grammy party. They're doing like a cookout to honor John's nominations. And
Oh,
we've
okay.
got,
You sent me the flyer.
yeah, Kyle
Okay.
Russell's going to come and play.
Okay.
And they're bringing Whitney Houston's glass piano out
That's crazy.
for him to play on, and hoping John will get up and play some tunes for us. But his dad and his brother.
Mr. Bat, Alvin Batiste, is like I think he passed. Mr. Bat, Alvin, John's dad.
No, I think his dad. Did his dad?
I don't know.
don't think his
I have
dad
no
passed.
idea.
I think his dad's alive.
Is Alvin Batiste? Is he still around?
We're about
I'm
to
not
find
sure.
out.
Let's find out. But in New Orleans, the art school, there's an arts high school out there.
Yeah.
Mr. Bat, that's what the cats call him. He taught Branford and Winton and a lot of great musicians music theory and improvisational music theory.
Whoa.
Is that right? I
He
did not
created
know
a
that.
whole system of improvisation, fundamentals of improvisation.
Oh, he did pass.
Yeah,
I did not
and
know
it's,
that.
2007.
yeah, it's called. Hold on, man.
I did not know that.
This is my brain, bro. Getting old. This is like kids do to you. What's it called? Damn.
Rest his soul.
But he created a system, like an approach to developing improvisation, like vocabulary that's needed for improvisation.
Yeah.
And he inspired a lot of guys.
Wow, I had
and my
no
friend two guys that I was close to when I was at Berkeley, Jonathan Connolly, who's a great guitarist from New Orleans, and Chris Royal, who's another great saxophonist from New Orleans. They shared that information with me when I was in college, and that transformed the way that I play.
Is that
Really?
right?
That was like a big moment. Yeah, I'll never forget that night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sir, you're gonna have to come.
That night was
tell the
Oh, yeah.
family because pretty much his whole family's gonna be there. I know they're all gonna be cooking and playing and jamming, but he had I think was it David or there's so many Batistes, by the way.
Yeah,
There's
there's a big family.
Massive
It's a big family, big family. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A couple of them played with the Meters.
Like the Nevilles,
Right,
and
yes,
the
yes.
Marcellus, yeah.
And the Nevilles are very tight in. When I was in Boston, my last
Interesting
year,
phenomena that happens in New Orleans, right? Like maybe
It's spiritual.
arguably more than
Anointed.
It's like the Moffat family from New York, but like
and a lot of musicians after Katrina were displaced.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Surprisingly enough, a bunch of cats ended up in Massachusetts, random,
Yeah.
super random, and one of the guys that was like the PE teacher at the arts high school out there in New Orleans, he's a singer because in New Orleans music is
Life.
it's everybody learns how to play.
Yeah.
It's like breathing air.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody's involved in the arts. You dance, you sing, you play an instrument.
Yeah.
People play multiple instruments. And if you grew up in church, now, and funny thing about that is in New Orleans, most of the people are not Baptist. It's not. It's a Catholic people.
Catholic, yeah, they call it parish.
So
Saints, yeah.
Right. So for music to be such a huge part,
That's right.
it's
Yeah,
right?
that is it's something.
Never thought about that,
Damon's brother Russell played with the Meters. His uncle Paul was the guitarist that recorded with the original Meters, and then their dad took Art Neville's place, and then Russell replaced Zig.
It's funky family, man.
So they were
right
like the
there, man.
real deal legends of funk, and then they brought they started the jam band movement that led to Bonnaroo. Yeah. Yeah,
I'm telling you, man,
Superfly Productions.
they just impacting
Before
the
Live
communities.
Nation took over, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Impacting
before
the
a
culture,
Live
shaping
Nation
the
as a whole.
culture. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Talk about it.
But
Yeah, the first time I went to the Jazz Fest in New Orleans, when I first saw Nicholas Payton, because they have the jazz tent, the gospel tent, and the blues tent, and it's like an hour set, from 11 to 6. It's like 8 hours of continuous music. When I first saw Nicholas Payton, I was like, he's not playing the trumpet. Like, he's just speaking to me directly. And this is something that I've never seen before. Like, I was like, damn, like, incredible.
I mean,
Crazy. So Alvin Batiste's
I don't
improvisation
know if it's
system.
in the
yes,
cooking or what.
It's called Mr. Bat System. So
Mr.
there's the
Bat
clarinet
Oh,
concept.
Mr. Bat System. There's a whole...
Yeah,
So-
functional melody, the four-way thinking, melodic cells or bat cells,
yes,
synthetic improvisation,
Yes. Huh.
rhythmic responsibility,
Yes.
blues as the root,
yes,
ear training,
wow.
and the sonic mandala.
yes.
Improvisation is spiritual practice.
That's right.
Oh my
And that is the full curriculum.
Yes,
I need
he
to
had a
check that
whole.
out.
I'm telling you, man, like the way he is the creator of, like, for me at least, he is the guy that created the blueprint of what, if you're going to teach jazz, if you're going to teach improvisation, that is the curriculum, that is the foundation, that is the rubric, that is how you teach it.
I'm gonna have to go to school.
So
That's incredible.
Thank you for putting us on.
oh yeah,
I needed
Seriously.
this.
yeah, that's I
I
don't
can't wait to dig into that.
I don't believe in gatekeeping, man. That's not, no, we share information around here.
Cool,
That's
man.
probably how you got so good.
I guess, yes,
Let's check out some tunes from the album. What do you guys think?
yeah.
I would love that.
So
Is this the order that we want
that's
to
the
go
order,
in?
yeah.
Yeah, you want to run us in it?
Woo, I haven't listened to this in a while.
Here we
I'm
go.
so
Okay,
excited.
so this all four of these songs are from Emile Martinez album called Lineage, guys, and buckle, fasten your seatbelts. all right? So the first one's called Orison to Damal's Light. So we're gonna check that out right now, and we got our special super duper headphones.
Can't wait.
It's like
Oh, man.
Maxwell Smart.
This is actually one of my favorites.
Really? Oh man. Oh man, we could talk about this one.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How exciting. This intro.
Oh yeah, shout out, man, Miguel. Yeah. Miguel Howard Ferguson, yeah. Oh, okay.
Man,
Go crazy.
I haven't listened to that since
that's heavy, man.
It is heavy.
Yeah, that's a
It is heavy.
yeah.
So, okay, so I know just structurally, okay, so everyone, was that a lot of overdubs or?
I have many questions.
So the whole album is overdubs.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a method to my madness, and I've kind of figured out a formula.
Because it doesn't sound like that. It sounds like everyone's really,
like together in the room.
yes, yes.
Good.
I was going to ask, is it spatial? Like spatial audio? Was that a thing when you were recording this?
No, that was after.
It literally
any
sounds-
reverb and anything that you hear is all post. That's
Yeah.
part of the mixing.
Wow.
Shout out to Garfield.
Let's go.
Garfield.
Adams.
What up,
Jamie
Garfield?
Stemmons. He's the best mixing and mastering, the best mixing engineer. He's kind. He'll be like, nah, man, I'm mastering. I don't know, but mix. I'm like, nah, bro, you're cold. And then my friend Jackie is a great mastering and mixing and mastering engineer as well. Jacqueline Sanchez, ice cold
Sanchez.
Jacqueline.
bars, and these they are incredible. All right. When I recorded the record, I recorded the first half of the record. The majority of like rhythm section stuff I recorded at Ironworks Studios, which is in Eagle Rock. My mentor, shout out Joseph Leinberg, Uncle Joey. I call him Uncle Joey.
Uncle Joey.
Uncle Joey. He hates it, but big bro, you know what I mean? He's another trumpet player, producer. He's an artist as well. His music is incredible.
Phenomenal.
He's another one that's always been pushing me. Always there to support. He's actually been there for all of your big producers, producing artists, from the Terrace Martins to Battle Cats to Shafiq to Georgianne Muldrow, you name it, they go through Ironworks. Chris Daddy Dave, when he was mixing and working on the Drumheads album, I was a fly on the wall at Ironworks Studios listening to Chris Dave mix.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So it's like Ironworks and Uncle Joey, again, that's another place that definitely doesn't get the support that,
It deserves.
Oh yeah, but that's LA, man.
Sure.
People,
All the unsung heroes.
there's
man.
lots of unsung heroes out here.
Yes.
There's
I've
lots.
noticed.
So that's where I started. I had ideas for compositions. I started recording at the house. I was like, man, I got the homies together. Some are old homies, a couple are still current, regardless, I appreciate everybody's contribution, so I started recording drums at the house. Me learning from my mixing and engineering friends how to set up drums and overdub and track, and I recorded everything into Ableton. And then I was like, all right, now I have drums to work with. I have grooves that I can write over. So I started writing, and I just was like, now I have perfect pitch. So like when I write, I don't write with anything around me. So like I literally, it's literally like whatever's in my head, whatever I hear, I write it down. I score it out with no trumpet, no nothing. I'll sing it to myself. And if I like it, if it's something that's singable, that's usually what I go with first. Everything has to be singable.
That's right.
For all you nerdy musicians out there, if it's not singable, don't go with it. If it's too mathematical, nobody will like it. No, let me stop.
It could be
let me
hard to
not be
follow.
harsh. It's just hard to follow.
Yeah.
And we want our music to be accessible for everyone. You don't have to be a jazz lover. You just got to be a music lover.
I love that.
That is my approach.
So do I.
I love that.
That's my approach with everything that I do. You have to just like music. It should be It's like I cook. Like I'm a cook. I'm the cook of the house. So when I can cook, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So when I cook, I want to make sure that it's like, it's not just something that I want to eat,
It's something that everybody will enjoy.
that everybody can eat.
Yes. I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm going to cook, making music, everybody should be able to enjoy it,
or some part of it,
Find
something in there for yourself.
You know,
it's going to be nutritious.
Some people they might not like mushrooms. You can pick out the mushrooms. You can take that out.
Take 'em out.
But there's stuff in there that you might like.
Add 'em afterwards.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that.
the same thing.
I love
Make
that.
it more universal.
So I recorded the rhythm section first.
Jonathan played on a couple tracks.
Jonathan
right?
Pinson played on some stuff. Let's see, Jonathan Pinson, Greg Paul. Who else is and then Jody Giacello, who's the drummer in my group.
Yeah, otherwise known as Frank Zappa. And he's a badass.
He's ridiculous, man. He's ridiculous.
Insane.
And so then we went to the studio, had Brandon Cordoba, shout out Brandon. He he was there with me. I called in my homies. Corbin Jones came, played, bam bam, getting everybody together. Owen Clapp was a part of that.
Neon.
Neon Phoenix.
Oh, Neon Phoenix.
He's from Long Beach.
Sorry.
He played on Patience and Release. That's a whole nother story of how that song came to be.
I know we're kind of scatterbrained right now, but man, when I saw him live, so what is he playing? A bass or a guitar, man?
He plays. So he's.
You got to see this guy. Like you think it's a guitar, but it's really. I don't know. You explain it. Like
really?
Yeah. We don't. He's not playing with us anymore. Okay. He's doing some other stuff, but he created this guitar. Like he plays bass, but he wanted to he doesn't want to get like what Thundercat has, where he has like a bass that's like a combination of a bass and a guitar, and he has like the extra strings in there, so he can. So Neon was like, I'm gonna play guitar, add an extra string, and then I'm going to use my pedals so that I can comp
play it like a bass,
and then I can go down an octave and play bass.
Oh, that's crazy.
And he does it in real time.
Crazy.
Yeah, and he's another great producer and engineer and stuff like that. Yeah,
I'm telling you, we're dealing with like some.
That's crazy.
Superhuman musicians here, guys. So then rhythm section first.
And then I got that. I was working with another engineer at the time. Shout out Tom Kari. And we started putting stuff together. Sat down with Tom, the engineer. All right, take this section, put it here. I mean, we had literally like 9 to 12 takes of every song.
Wow.
Except for Patience and Release. That was the last song that was added to the project.
But you mean, I'm sorry for
no, ask.
purposes. You mean you guys played together all the way through?
The rhythm section played, and I conducted the rhythm section. So I was like, okay, let's start. So remember, we went through the form. This is gonna be the melody section. So let's not play too loud. Let's not go too crazy, right? Let's just find a nice balance. Explain my ideas for grooves. I had ideas that I had tracked at the house that when it comes to the studio, we can listen to it together. So you have an idea of how I want the drums to sound. I conducted everybody, was like, okay, now what we're going to do is that we're going to record everything as though there's soloists. There's solos happening right now. These are the solo sections. So I'm telling everybody to build up, calm down, relax, vibe, groove. I'm conducting everything. And then later I go through all the tracks. We're playing to click, so it was rather easy to kind of go through the different sections and then blend different sections in post. So I went through all the different takes, chose the best takes, and I was literally cutting and editing everything. I'm I'm having a brain fart right now. Jesus. The automation, I'm automating hella stuff. I'm cross-fading stuff. I'm just doing what a producer does. And I was like, now mind you, I hadn't really used Ableton like that. I would use DAWs, I was using Logic, and I was using Ableton to just record horn parts for people. So when I would get records and I would be at home recording horn parts, I knew how to arrange and chop up my horn parts and make it sound like one cohesive horn line for an R&B record, a pop record, or whatever
was required. Yeah,
I applied that same knowledge to now making songs, making compositions. I had never done that before. So my album was the first time I had sat down at a DAW and I was like, I'm gonna produce this from head to toe.
What?
And I pushed myself. I watched lots of YouTube videos. I called my friends. I like was dedicated to getting it done.
That's called on-the-job training.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure, man.
Because the way that I had gotten the sessions from the engineer, that's a whole nother story, another thing.
Yeah.
It was very tumultuous. It was a very stressful journey to making this album. Like people, they think, man, when you're making an album, they like, you hear the end product, and you're like, man, like. Like when I'm listening to you explain, like, man, it sounds emotional. It's like, yes, because I was, excuse my language, I was stressed the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was losing my mind trying to get this done. And it seemed like every obstacle that you could imagine presented itself.
Times 100, right?
Losing friends,
Bro.
betrayal, people that I had worked with, like every
transfers.
Everything, just not even just the music side, life,
friendships,
was like it seemed like, man, I'm never gonna get out of this hole.
That's what happens, when greatness is that wall, right before we attain great things in our lives. There's always like, just the universe just like, nope. How bad do you want this?
Listen.
Prove
How
it.
bad do you want it?
Listen.
Prove
and then little did I know.
Seriously, prove it.
Little did I know that here I am just wanting to make beautiful music.
Yeah.
That somehow would rub people the wrong way.
Right. Oh, yeah.
The people next to me. It rubbed them the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then when I start trying to do shows with my band, man, it's funny looking back now.
You made it.
Yeah, I made it through. But now I'm at the other side of this thing, which is a whole nother, we can talk about that later. But I recorded the whole album, rhythm section first, and then I was like, I have these melodies, so now let me finish all the horn arrangements. Let me go through everything, put the rhythm section stuff together. I did a lot of that stuff with Tom. He helped me kind of like, okay, take this section over here, put it over here, take this over here, put it. And then I went back and wrote. I had melodies. Remember I was saying like I had some stuff. I started recording it. I hated it. I was like, man, this is trash.
No.
And so then my Hussein, who was like project manager, he was helping me. This is before we even started working together in that capacity. He was like, man, don't do that. Like, I was like, nah, give me a month. Give me a month and I'll get it done. In a month, I sat in my house and wrote every melody all over again from scratch.
Oh my gosh.
And I did it in 3 weeks. And then the fourth week I went and looked at all my charts and just made sure my charts were correct.
Yeah.
Which you're always going to have some errors here and there. And just went into the studio and then tried to record as much stuff as possible during the pandemic.
Wow.
And that was how I finished a lot of that stuff. And then later, I had some other, later on I recorded solos later, and then added, recorded solos, and then put that on the record.
And trumpet is your main instrument?
Yeah, I'm a trumpet player.
So how do you make the trumpet sound like human voices? Like there are parts throughout that track.
This song, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought someone was talking.
Oh yeah.
And then I realized, that's the horn.
Yeah.
Like and it's chattery. There was like some laughter almost sounded like, or crying at one point. Like there's all this like human and sounds.
Yeah. Well, there's that's just trumpet. It's just playing a trumpet, I guess. Just technique things.
Yeah.
And like you hear there's a part that's like you hear boy. Like that, those are just glissendos. Those are just glisses on the upper register. So if you know how to just play between the partials, you can kind of emulate like a little squeak. Like a squeak.
Yeah.
And that's me just doing that. And then I told the engineer, like, okay, let's add some reverb and delay to that.
Yeah.
And then let's take that and put that here. And then I'm doing these lines, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna record this. Like how I operate is like I have a vision in my head. and I need to get it done. I know what I'm hearing and I trust it. And that's a whole nother thing. I think
that can we just
Yeah.
pause there for a moment?
Yeah.
That is a lot. You just said a mouthful.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. So have you always trusted
No.
your
No.
inner voice? No.
Everybody else did around me. I never did.
Yeah.
I would have ideas and I'd be like, yo, let's try this idea. Let's do this. I know it's a great idea. And then sometimes the homies would be like, okay. And then sometimes not.
Yeah.
But when I'm in the studio and I'm working with people, I would have these ideas. And then that being in the studio, working with artists and coming up with horn lines and horn arrangements for records is what gave me my confidence. Because it was like, I didn't realize how
good you were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until people are like, yeah, run with that
Genuinely.
one.
I didn't realize how talented I was. No, I'm serious. I did not realize how talented I was until I was 32.
Okay. I feel that.
I remember that moment. I remember.
What happened?
I decided that I wanted more.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna. I
Damn.
decided that I'm not gonna sell myself short anymore. I decided that I was gonna say no.
Hell yeah.
And it's hard. That's a tough choice to make and follow through with.
The greatest boundary anyone can ever create for themselves is saying no.
Amen.
Yeah.
So easy to say yes.
The greatest weapon for healing is saying no.
I heard recently, I want to say it was like Trevor Noah, maybe, that was saying,
I love Trevor, man.
I do too. And he was saying,
Brilliant.
saying no changed his life. And he's like, especially people with ADHD. If you have ADHD, me too. He's like, if you have ADHD, he said someone taught him that just say no when people ask you to do something or ask you anything, just say no first. He's like, if you just say no first, then you can think about it, process it. Maybe you'll come back later and change your mind or say, okay, well, I'll do that thing. But with ADHD, you're thinking about a million things.
I thought,
and then,
man, what?
Yeah, and then they say, "Oh, can you babysit my kids on Saturday?"
And say,
you're
yeah.
like, "Yeah, of course I can."
Yeah.
'Cause you're like, "I could do everything," but then you remember later that
You're
thing
on
that
Only
you
one
forgot.
person. You're only one person.
Yeah, and you forgot the thing that you didn't put on your calendar,
Yeah.
and it's like, okay, well, why did I commit to this? And
Yeah.
he was just like, the most powerful thing I've ever learned was to say no.
Say no.
Yeah.
Say no.
I'm trying to learn.
One of my students,
For sure.
who's like a little brother to me, he graduated from USC like 2 years ago. You know, he was struggling while he was there, dealing with prejudice and bureaucracy. One of my mentors, Dr. Ford, James Ford, who teaches at Cal State LA, great trumpet player. This dude is ridiculous. He'll play the shit out the trumpet.
Yeah.
And he's the best teacher. He's the sweetest, most
I love
kindest
good
man.
teachers.
He's just an angel of a person, right? He said, "E, I got somebody that you need to meet, and I think that you guys would. I think he needs you." And I said, "Well, man, you absolutely, yes, sir." And I met this young man, and now he's like one of my best friends, little brother. And
I love that.
when he always asked me questions like, you know, from an educator standpoint, you know, and I share with him my grievances about education and, you know, academia. And I told him, I said, if I was to teach a class and tell musicians how to build a career, the first thing I would teach them to do is use your youth to follow your dreams. A lot of the old way of thinking is when you get out of here, you're supposed to say yes to every gig and take it. Fuck that. Don't do that. That's a waste of time. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is what you create, what you do. Empowering somebody else's shit is not going to take you that far. I am right here to tell you that. Me having 2 Grammy nominations means nothing. It doesn't get me a job. I'm an educator, right? I've been working in public schools and substitute teaching and teaching music for 12 years. I have a master's of fine art degree. Right? I've helped students get into Berkeley. I've helped them graduate from Berkeley College of Music. I've helped kids from South Central graduate from college. That will never get me a job. It hasn't. So yes, having the resume, having the accolades, being able to say I played on this, I did that is great. Do that shit when you're in your 30s. When you're in your 20s, do you. All that information that you attained when you were in college, all that information that you learned, spend time developing that, build that, learn who you are, self-identity, confidence, boundaries.
Do you?
You have to, because that's when you're young. You have the energy.
Yeah.
When you're older, you start to slow down. You want to have family. You can do the studio sessions. You can go and grind, and
You also have more wisdom, more perspective, and you have more discernment.
Your discernment.
Yeah, you're right. You have to cut your teeth to figure out who the fuck you are at all.
And what position you're in, because one of my other, I have a lot of mentors. I'm very blessed.
I'm taking notes.
More
mentors.
Ed Carroll at Cal Arts. He was the one that taught me that I'm an artist. He was the one. He said, Emile, you're an artist. You're not a trumpet player. You're an artist. I said, man, what do you mean? I was offended, right? Because at that time I was working through like some chop stuff. All brass musicians, I don't know, people will tell you all kinds of things, but we all go through chop things if you want to get to that next level.
For sure.
So if you want to be able to play forever, you got to change the way that you played in the beginning. And it's a commitment. You have to be committed, because it's like you're going 100 steps backwards to then be able to play for the rest of your life.
Right.
And
technique, slow it down.
Technique, you got to, man, it's like,
I
it strips you naked.
Yeah.
It's honest.
Break you down to build you up.
Oh man. And it's a commitment. You got to be committed. You got to really love this shit.
Yeah.
And trumpet is, look, French horn is the hardest instrument anybody could play.
Really?
French horn, English horn, oboe, right? Bassoon, and then there's trumpet, and then because there's double reed instruments, and then as a brass instrument, there's a cupped instrument that's on your lips. French horn is the smallest cupped instrument, so the mouthpiece is extremely small, very tight width. The inner width is very small, so it's very difficult to get a good sound and have good
about
technique.
That technique, like, is there circular breathing with trumpet too? Like,
Yeah, I circular breathe a lot.
so you can just solo.
So you breathe
No, I get tired. I
through
stop.
your nose and out through your mouth at the same time.
That blows my mind.
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
Sway?
I learned how to do that when I was in like 6th grade, and it's always stuck with me, being able to circular breathe. So like sometimes I'll notice it naturally when I'm improvising. If I'm playing like a long line, something that I hear in my head, it'll happen in real time and I'm not paying attention to it.
How? You can't
That's
breathe
muscle
in
memory.
and out at the same time.
Well, it's like you store wind
Got it.
in here,
your cheeks.
and then you, without putting too much pressure on the aperture or embouchure, you don't want to stop the vibration, so you use the wind that's in your cheeks to continue the vibration while you take a quick breath through
I'm
your
trying
nose.
it right now and it's not working.
Yeah. Well, a great way to practice it is putting water in a cup, take a straw, right? You're blowing, and then continue to blow, put some wind in your cheeks, and then push that wind out while you're blowing and then take a breath. Keep the bubbles going. The objective is to keep the bubbles going.
Keep the bubbles going.
Yeah, keep the bubbles going.
Try that,
I'm
man.
going to try it when I get home. I can't wait.
That's a great way to practice. I used to do that when I was a kid. I used to do that.
Yeah, because you're going to push this air with the cheek.
So you can take a quick breath
Just
through your nose.
enough in to catch it.
Yeah.
But like, that kind of makes me feel like I'm having one of those dreams where I'm like underwater and I don't know that I can breathe underwater.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm holding my breath and I'm about to run out of air. But then I like just a little to see if it's going to work. And then I realize like, oh my God, wait, I can breathe.
You can
down
breathe.
here.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. You don't
You
need
take
gills.
it-
You know what I'm saying? Just
but
take a
like,
little breath.
Just before you realize you could do that, you feel like, I might run out,
Yeah,
you know? It's like,
Yeah. But that's how I did that.
just takes practice.
Cool.
Just takes lots of practice, and I just, man, like,
Okay.
And Schools and Sessions tonight with E.
yeah.
Emile Martinez. I think we should check out that next tune. What do you guys think?
What's the other one?
Willis and Annie.
Okay,
that
so
your neighbors?
this
What's
song
about that?
is dedicated to my grandmother and grandfather.
Oh, okay. On your dad's
My
side.
mom's side.
On your mom's side, Willis and Annie.
Yeah, Willis Henry Norman's my grandfather, who was like my hero. He's my life hero. And then my grandmother, Annie Norman. And
Wow.
Annie. And, you know, she passed. You know, I have lost a lot of people in my life. The hardest thing about, I think, the reason why I'm always trying to like lift people up and put on the people next to me is because a lot of the people that have influenced me and that have been there for me in like my life outside of music have passed. And I've lost a lot of people. Lost a lot of people. It ends up being a reoccurring theme in my life.
Do you think that is a part of like your journey that plays into why you can make these sounds and this art so beautifully? Because I believe and would argue that it takes, you know, the contrast of grief and sorrow and challenge, you know, in order for you to appreciate the lighter, you know, more, and to really have an understanding.
I've had a lot of L's.
Yeah. Well, that's like how you get good at life, though.
I guess it hurts.
That's how you win life.
It hurts. It hurts.
You gotta keep failing.
It hurts, man.
Keep losing.
Well, it's like,
Get real good at it.
I say L's like, you know,
loss
in a way that people, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
But it's like, it's not a loss.
It's not.
It's not a loss. It hurts and it sucks, but
It's all part of it. It's just a brushstroke.
you need it.
You absolutely need it. Without it, you'd have no appreciation for the beauty, the love, the triumph.
I'm surrounded in this industry by people who are trying to avoid L's.
It's impossible.
That's
how you play scared. You can't play scared. You can't win playing scared.
Remember, I was watching, I don't know if you've seen T-Pain's interview with Shannon Sharp.
No, I haven't.
I'm about to look it up.
I was sitting at home, I was watching it. I was watching it with some family. And they cried.
Oh, wow.
I was watching it with them and they cried.
Really?
And then I started crying.
Oh, no.
Because I'm not him. Like, he's huge. He's a huge. But a lot of what he's been through, I've been through on this side of things. And it felt good. And it also was like, it hurt to watch somebody that when they entered the game, their intentions were good. And everybody around him used him to help themselves, help their career. And then when it mattered most, they weren't there. Or they tried to take away from him. And
he's a talented dude too. He can like actually really sing.
He's an amazing singer.
But people really didn't listen until he had those first hits.
Yeah.
That first hit, you know, with all the auto tune, and that became the sound, and nobody wanted to hear anything but that.
When he did
him.
that Tiny Desk.
Oh yeah, I heard it. I saw that. Rocked it.
When he
was
did that
really
Tiny Desk,
singing.
just
He was
him and
really
the piano,
singing.
just him and piano.
Yeah.
That let everybody know. And there's moments where in your career, like I understand, like where if you're lucky, if you stay the course and you stay true to who you are, no matter how bumpy the road is, you'll always get a chance to show people I'm for real. I'm for real.
This is literally my life story.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you preaching to me right now?
Well, I mean, no,
You're trying to tell me something, Emile?
I think that if
you?
I think if you,
I mean, it's just a human thing. I think it's a part of life, and we all have these similar experiences, especially people in the same echelon. So like creatives who are striving for greatness.
Yes.
Who, like earlier you said, you have to become a student of life and you have to commit yourself to learning, because it's going to be a lot of lessons.
Integrity.
And you have to have integrity in that.
If your art is rooted in integrity, this is what that shit looks like.
It's hard. Yeah.
Right.
It's
gonna take a
hard.
while.
But that's why the scene is not what it could be.
But I think that's because
Wow.
we reward, it's immediate gratification for things of the flesh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, quick payoffs. And the things like your album, for example, how long on average are the songs?
7 minutes, 7.5, 8 minutes. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And I was discouraged from doing that.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
it's gotta be 2, 3
And I was like, man, I can't. Like, what you want me
Can't
to do?
play jazz in 2 minutes.
Well, I mean, not that. I just like, I'm trying to.
Tell the story, paint a
Yeah,
picture
like,
here.
you know,
trying to say what I want to say.
And then also, I had, whether we're friends or not, I had people on the project that at that time, I do my best to be a person of principle and integrity. When I was in college, I saw this video, Winton at Berklee College of Music doing a lecture. This was like in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, right? I can't remember when. But I remember him saying this, and he said what he thinks is around the corner for music and art in general. He says his greatest fear for this music, in particular jazz, is that it will be void of integrity and nobility. And that really sat with me. And I remember being 19 or 18, like rewinding that and listening to that over and over again.
He's like,
and it's
I'll carry that
exploration.
torch.
Well,
I'll be noble.
I remember I had a chance to hang with Ambrose, our community, right? And Ambrose was like, when you want to steer the ship, right? That's a commitment.
Yeah.
And not everybody's made to steer the ship.
Yeah, you don't get to sleep.
So if you're going to steer the ship, you're responsible for your crew.
Yeah. All the bodies on this ship.
100%.
There's some people out here that want to steer the ship. And they're not meant to steer the ship.
They might lead us astray.
And then what we're talking about, just being committed to the process, the journey. There's no shortcuts. And then the other side of what that looks like of instant gratification is that personification. I would say a good 98% of the artists that are around are able to live and hide behind their persona that they've created of this artist that they are. Everybody only knows whoever it is that they sell you. But that's not them. Like, everybody's got a mama, everybody's got a daddy, everybody, or, you know, if unfortunately some people know, some people don't know their parents, but everybody comes from something. Somebody got a grandma, somebody got an uncle, somebody that helped you get to where you are. Nobody made it on your own. And if you did make it on your own, man, you're just different. You know what I mean? But even Mike Tyson had somebody that adopted him and trained him and put love and energy into him. Even when he was alone, Cuss showed up for him and recruited him and mentored him. So everybody's got somebody. And it's just like, unfortunately, those stories are not valued. That journey's not of value to people because we live in a world full of incentives. And there was a word, I was talking to my cousin earlier, and he brought up, and I saved this because I knew we were gonna have this conversation, and I wanted to make sure that I got it right. Commodification.
Commodification. The person becomes a commodity. Or just this image,
it's transactional.
Right?
Everybody, this whole thing. Like when Pasquale is saying to me, hey man, she's a singer, she's great, you know, I said, man, however I can be of support to you, I'm super down. I don't not mean that. I'm not saying it for the podcast.
Did you even tell me that? I don't think you even told me.
Pasquale can
that's
email me.
Man that you are, and
he said that about you before you got here. When I was like, I can't wait, you know, I've got so many questions, and he's like, he's a great guy and genuinely a good person.
I
like,
do my best.
He's a good man with a good heart. He's generous. He's giving. He's caring. Like, you're gonna see just
your
as soon
level
as
of
you meet
integrity.
him.
Like, that's all we got in this world, right? I mean,
but it precedes you.
You are your word. I am my word. If I don't keep my word, I am just a spineless, gutless worm.
It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
No, none of us are. But to your point,
that's why I want to celebrate this album, man, because it's you like pouring your blood, sweat, and tears for 3-4 years, however long it goddamn took, man. You completed what you wanted to complete, the way you wanted to complete it, to the best of your ability, and you inspired all the musicians around, baddest motherfuckers in LA and period, to complete this thing.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful.
Thank you, man.
It is, and especially knowing now that you're actually an educator, and that's just not the name of your band, but like you are touching all these other lives and impressing upon them, whether they're paying attention now or not. You know, these lessons that are priceless and have taken you a lifetime to acquire, and all these other mentors. You know, you think about those lives. I mean, those numbers are exponential. You have this mentor and their mentors and their lessons and so on and so forth, all trickling down into you in this moment as this message is transferring, you know, from this teacher to the student, and putting yourself even as an educator into the position of a forever student is like, it is, I mean, that says everything about your character, because those are the teachers, those are the people you want teaching your kids, you know?
Oh, 100%.
Those are the people you want.
And jazz or African American classical music or whatever like box we want to
I'll never say jazz
put in
again.
that like oral tradition of this spiritual practice, which is that music, like
mentorship.
Powerful, you know,
mentorship,
generation after generation, all these families that we're talking about, the Batistes, the Nevilles, the Martinezes of the world, like the people that like actually realize that, hey, it's greater than me, and I've benefited so much, and my life has become so enriched by music, and this particular, like all these different branches of music, they're all the same, you know. That's why, like,
from the same tree, and on the shoulders of all of those who came before us, and whose blood, sweat, and tears created the sound that, you know, influenced us to then translate those sounds into our own sounds and to become a true creator. You have all those influences, but you have to find your own voice in all this noise.
There's a lot of noise.
It's a lot of noise, and it's kind of hard to distinguish who you really are until you decide. I was going to say earlier when you were talking, I was thinking like it is a choice.
Oh, it's absolutely a choice. Yeah, it's a choice.
You have. We were constantly making choices all day, every day.
You can't have one foot in and one foot out.
No,
you can't. Not doing what we do. No, that's not. People play that game.
Not do it well.
Yeah. If you want to have like, well, and have longevity.
Yeah.
You know,
you can sound like someone else, or you can, you know, rinse and repeat something that's already like, oh, this is the trend.
And that's what most people do.
Well,
they
what
chase that.
Algorithms have are literally created for, to keep us in this homogenized box.
The box.
The proverbial box.
The invisible walls that are around us, the illusions that people, I call them illusions.
Yeah, because they're not real.
No.
But they do control and decide and determine who gets paid.
If you let it.
In this mainstream music business.
If you let it.
In this radio.
If you let it.
I mean, I'd like to see. I mean, it's hard, right? It's hard to believe something you've never seen.
I was talking, so a couple of my friends.
I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
No, you're right. But I was talking to my buddies. One of my mentors, Miguel Atwood Ferguson, great violinist, composer. That's my big bro, man. I love Miguel to death. The first time I went to Africa was with him. We played at the Cape Town Jazz Festival, and he blessed me and he took me down there, and I got a chance to play.
I want to go.
And that was a full circle moment, because I spent all my college years listening to Suite for My Dukes, you know, where he took Jay Dilla's beats and he made orchestral arrangements out of them. And I told him, like, bro, like you changed my life, dog. And he's so sweet. He's such a good dude. And he was like, man, thank you, man. You're changing mine. And I was like, well, what do you mean, man? Like, you're Miguel, bro. Like, no, man, that's not how it works. And he reminded me of that. And I thank him for like being that ray of light. Because it's a choice. When I was in Cape Town, I know how to travel. Like, I know, like, you're not supposed to look flashy and shit, you know. Some people from, they like to wear, look fly, and, that's a quick way to get robbed. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere you are in the world. You know what I mean?
Seriously.
I don't give a damn how safe it is, right?
You're not from here?
You're not from here. So don't be walking around acting crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around Cape Town and man, so that same year I went to Belarus and I did a show out there, right? And in Belarus, I did not feel safe. You know, and I was like, man, nah, this ain't it. And then when I was in Cape Town, I felt so safe. And I was like, damn, like I'm in the motherland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then because I'm a social dude, I talk to people. I'm having like hour-long conversations with cab drivers.
Sure.
I'm like, man, I'm getting some lunch, man. You took me, let me get you something to eat. Like, man, you don't have to do that. I'm like, man, stop. I'm chilling. My day off. I don't have nothing to do today. Let me get some. I'm in the cab breaking bread with people, learning as Kenyan brother. You know what I mean? I'm talking to another brother from Joburg, another dude from Durban. And I'm having these conversations with people. And I realized, like, in my travels, I said the greatest lie ever told to black people is that you are not loved wherever you go, especially in Africa. My high yellow self was out there chilling. I had no problem. A brother that was working at the hotel, a concierge, invited me to his house to have dinner with his family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's a reflection of you as well. Not to discount what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I agree with you
Yeah.
100%. That's love.
that's love.
But it also is a direct reflection of your energy.
Yeah.
And your presence and just who you are moving around in the world. People
I had
can
a
see
similar
you.
experience in Rio. Like everyone's like, hey, don't have your cell phone out. People are going to rob you. They're going to kill you. I had the best. I felt so safe there. I was there for 3 weeks.
Man.
And
No problems.
No problems at all. In fact, it was like I didn't want to leave. You
Yeah.
know. So I know this is off topic, but is that when like you discovered I'm a piano? I know we talked about that when.
No,
later on.
I discovered I'm a piano at one of my best friends at his house with his so he was like, E, you make beats, do you know about I'm a piano? And his daughter, who's like my little like niece, we're birthday twins. His daughter's December 8th. I was at the hospital with him when his daughter was born. I was like, one of my boys was like, man, Charlie's, Kaya's going into labor. I said, well, man, what better way to celebrate my birthday? I'm going to the hospital right now. Get dressed, get in the car. We're going to support our boy. So I remember driving over there. I picked up food. Are you hungry, bro? You're in the hospital for so long. I brought him food, man. And so anyway, where he later on, he's like, E, you need to listen to I'm a Piano. My daughter loves it. I said, Charlie's on, the kids now, they know they're on YouTube and doing everything. And I said, man, what is that? And he's like, bruh. So we're sitting down. And man, I must have I got there like 9. I didn't leave the house till like 4 in the morning. His wife is getting ready for work, and he's like, "Damn, I guess I'm not going to work today." You know what I mean? So, and that's how I discovered I'm a piano, and it's been such a blessing ever since.
Your soul left your body and then got back in it.
Oh man,
Wow.
I was like, oh, and then when I learned about I'm a piano, like the background, like you have your various tribes, from the different languages. So it was like you have I'm a piano is people. It's a style of music of DJing and blending R&B and house and dance hall music and Afrobeat, but the idea behind it was to bring people together. People that were affected by apartheid, people that were affected by prejudice, and it's like we're going to use this music as a vehicle of us coming together.
I love
Amazing.
that. I did not know
It's a
that.
great segue. Actually, we're having a guest in a couple of weeks, right? Your friend.
DJ Freddie Mooks. Shout out Freddie. It's a longtime friend and producer, artist. He's from Cameroon, and he also sits on the board of the Grammys. And they're having the African Grammy nominee brunch.
Yeah,
He invited me to, and you should come. I would love to extend that invitation.
man, please, thank you.
Yeah, but Freddie, he put me on Amapiano, and really, he's one of my primary African music influences. Just we kind of share music.
Yeah.
And just from being in the studio from him or with him. But it's funny, I was telling Pasquale a few weeks ago that I have trouble in the studio when it comes to Afro rhythms for the top line, and just, I mean, I produce my own vocals and I write, and I don't have perfect pitch, far from it, but I am a student and I work hard.
Yeah, you don't need
I have great relative pitch.
Yeah.
But, anyway, yeah, but it's just that timing is, I'm not gonna say unnatural because it's in me, but it take me a second to like, it's like playing double dutch. You know, you got to find the right time to jump in there because the beats are different.
I love playing live percussion to that shit, man. It's so fun. It's really,
when you're practicing.
I'm literally
when you're practicing. Don't practice with a metronome. That's debilitating.
It is. It's not right.
It doesn't. Like, even when I'm at home and I'm working with my students and we're working on fundamentals, I'll put on like I'll have like the bomba. I have like this app called, like, what is it? Drum Beats, and it has like all these like different world drums and percussions and stuff like that. So then I'll do like it has like New York mambo. It says like all these, you know, boom stick and kick it, boom stick it, boom kick it, and we're doing let's go kick it, and it's like, or sometimes I'll put the I think it's an Indian groove. I forget the name of it, but it's and we do our lip slurs. And then I'll do like, you know, it has like Afro drums to it. It has Afro rhythm, Afro beat. Right? No, it's you gotta have
real world. Yeah,
you gotta. And that's how my teacher used to do that. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Because you internalize it, and then it becomes second nature.
Natural. Yeah. It's just a lack of exposure.
Yeah, that's it.
A lack of experience,
but that's a great way to apply it to like your own practice when you're warming up and you're doing your vocals and you want to have something going on and you're just you're doing your warm ups and stuff.
Yeah,
and then that's a great way to practice with something that's like, what is it? Like 6/4, like, you know, those type of different grooves and stuff. So that's a great way to practice it. Just
thank you for that. Yeah. I literally feel like
get that app from you. I have another app I'll show you too.
We just went to school.
Really cool. Yeah,
like this whole conversation,
in session, guys, I'm telling you.
I have learned a lot, and I also just feel very much. There's a sense of what's the word I'm looking for? There are a lot of similarities and correlations in your life path and your perspective on being a creative to mine. Yes. I just, so much of what you've said really resonates with me, and I'm sure a lot of the audience will agree. You know, there's some of these lessons that we learn as musicians and creatives, especially in LA, especially trying to be a professional. You know, it just takes time and knocks and setbacks and L's. And if you have integrity, if you're serious about it and you really want to do it, I mean, these things are unavoidable, and it feels personal. Yeah. When you're in it. Yeah. You're right. But until you hear someone else's that has a same or similar experience, you know, express their perspective on it, and you realize, oh, I'm not the only one. Oh, this is par for the course, and like I'm still okay, because it's easy to feel like I should be further than this by now.
Well, there's no age limit to the thing, right?
Well, like,
I don't know how old I look. I don't know. How old do you think I am?
32.
Well, I don't know. You just said you were. You gotta be like 36, maybe.
That's good. Yeah, like, I'm 37. I just turned 37 last year in December.
I was just doing math because you were talking about your college years.
So like, I don't know how old I look to people. So I feel like I look old now. I feel like I'm,
all feel that
you know,
way.
all the young kids that say "unk" now.
Oh,
I'm
no.
"unk" now. I'm the OG now.
You're the
You know what I
OG.
mean? I'm the OG now. I got kids and all this. You
I'm
know.
an auntie, and I'm still not an auntie.
Yeah, you feel me? But like a lot of times, like people look at me and they're like, "Oh, bro, like you're still young, bro." Like,
Right.
you know, and I'm like, "Well, shit, good." You know what I mean? So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, just there's no this thing. Like, I look at people like Chadwick Boseman. He didn't get his first big break until how old?
Yeah.
Right, his late 30s.
Okay, but let's talk about that because he was doing soap operas and taking random
Well, and
roles that were actually big roles, but
Yeah.
you know, supportive roles. But for black actors in the 90s,
I mean, you know.
he was getting them. He put in
He's been
30
around.
years.
He's
20
been around.
years
He's been
before
around.
We heard
But that's what I'm saying
about his big break.
That's
And
what
I
I'm
think-
saying.
I think it's a really important point to highlight here is that you know there's a lot behind the overnight success
You
story.
you
Pasquale,
can't give up.
Yeah, said that earlier. Like,
Can't
it's a
give up.
30-year overnight success story.
You know
right?
how many trumpet players I've come across like in my journey? That's some badass trumpet players, and that make me want to get my shit together.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I gotta
Yeah.
get it right.
Yeah, let me.
They sound good.
Yeah,
Sure.
Right, and it's inspiring. You know, in that
So
way,
inspiring.
that is where not competitiveness, but that's where you can use that competitive nature in a positive way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
healthy competition.
That's not the
Yeah.
measuring stick. What they're able to do and what they can do isn't the measure.
But it's
What
a good reminder
well
to get your reps in,
it's a yeah.
because there are people out here beefed up. You know,
I would say it's a reminder to figure out what that looks like for you.
right.
Because their journey's different from yours. So
That's
how
right.
they and then all of our brains are wired differently. So how they're able to learn and attain information
Yeah.
is different than how yours is.
Well, in comparison, is the thief of joy.
Man. And so therefore, you know, we don't compare. We just inspire. And we pick like, I appreciate that. That's a reminder. Even if that's something that you're not able to do and you want to work for it, the process, my teacher, Mr. Carroll, damn, the process of being able to work towards something unveils so much more about yourself than somebody else that already had it.
Damn.
When I was in school,
Mic drop.
when I was in school, I was surrounded by, there was a young lady. There's a young lady named Jessica Waith. She is the best, one of the best trumpet players in this country. I don't give a damn. I'll put her up against anybody.
Really?
She will eat him alive.
I love that.
Eat him alive. This is a sister from Arizona,
Okay.
from Phoenix, and she went to McGill in Montreal on a full scholarship. She's a badass trumpet player. I mean, like
Ridiculous.
and taught me a lot, inspired me to this day. And she was like, I remember feeling so intimidated by her. She was like, why, bro? She was like, you have your own thing and you're dope. And I was like, damn, like you're telling me I'm, she was like, well, yeah, man. Like I do this and you do that. And that's how it is. She's like, there's room for everybody.
There's room
Facts.
for everybody.
But she was like, I refuse to play the game. And I was like, what you mean? And she was like, she was like, you know, she was like, I'm not gonna let people tell me I need to look cute and I need to do this and talk to this guy in order for me to get a gig. Hell no. She's like, I'm gonna take out my trumpet and I'll cut the shit out of you. I'll never forget that conversation. I was like, damn, you a real one.
Oh, I
And then I was like, I appreciate that. She was like, yeah. And I you know, that was her position is, nah, I'm gonna change it up for the ladies. She was like, do you. Don't worry about them. Do you, girl? She was like, do you? And I watched her, and she would gather her homegirls, and they would get together, and they would be like, yeah, and he's some of the most badass brass musicians I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
And playing the trumpet, in the music game, in the music world, it's such a male dominated thing.
Totally.
And it's super sexist. It's super all this, that,
Totally.
third.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad. I had to stop working with people because of their behavioral things. And I was like, I'll never forget that. I've way more homegirls than I have homies, like bros, and I listen to them. I listen to what they go through. And it's just, we got to remember what we do. There's no age limit. There's no boundaries. There's none of that. Right? You're about to play Willis and Annie. It's a song for my grandfather, right? My grandfather owned 3 dry cleaners, 2 drop-off stores, a hardware store in the Bronx with only a middle school education, coming from Roper, North Carolina.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
God damn.
Moved to New York.
Hold on.
He moved to New York. He moved to New York at 16 years old.
Super.
Left he worked at a dry cleaners working for a white man in the South. This dude was a drunk and was a philanderer. Was never at the job. My grandfather learned the trade. He ran the business. He learned how to work a till. He learned how to use all the machines. He learned how to fix the machines in the dry cleaner.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to be in the South anymore. He moved to New York, and with a middle school education, at a point almost had like 6 or 7 businesses total.
Incredible.
Wow.
Incredible.
Took care of his family to the point where when he passed away, my grandmother passed away in 2017, right? She never had to work.
Wow.
Oh my
She never had to pay bills. He worked so hard that after all the years that he was gone, the money that he left behind took care of her to the day she was gone.
Oh my God. I love him.
Now, they didn't have the best marriage.
Nobody does.
People are people. Like the old school folks used to say, the relationship between a man and a woman is between them. Can't nobody, that's none of your business.
That's right.
What that man and that woman agree on is their business.
That's right.
Talk about dirty laundry, right?
on.
That's their business. And there's no one else to judge.
See what you did there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I look at that and I'm like, yeah, that's why I wrote that song. Because it had a certain vibe to it where it was like, okay, grandpa and grandma.
Okay.
When y'all were at your peak, this is what it must have felt like,
Wow.
and that's it was kind of like I wanted to do something a little different, like a little.
He was like, "Fuck Jim Crow."
Yeah, he was like, man, I don't need this shit. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do.
Wow.
When the riots in New York happened, my grandfather had a dry cleaners in the Bronx. The Bronx is the Bronx. So
Bronx.
when there were riots in New York, my grandfather's business was one out of 2 or 3 businesses that no one messed with.
They respected him so much.
Wow.
I remember being a kid in the Bronx. I used to live in New York when my parents were going through their thing. I used to live with my grandfather, and I remember pimps coming by the dry cleaner, and they cutlass and they in their cars, and, with the women and everything.
Yeah.
My mom would be like, "Boy, go in the back." You know what I mean? I remember the street hustlers coming by. They respected my grandfather because he didn't judge them. He's like, "I'm here to take care of your clothes, man.
Yeah, that's it.
You need me to patch that up? I got you.
I gotcha.
Don't worry about that. Just please, this is a place of business.
Right.
Don't just don't be doing none of that around here.
Yeah.
Please."
Yeah.
And they respected him. I think that is kind of like what's missing in the music, in the business, because there's no people who do that. Come on, man, don't do that. They get shamed for that. You corny, bro. You're not trying to, all of it.
I agree.
And it's like, I think that when I make music, that's what I'm trying to do. I remember before I started working on the album, the trumpet that I play is made by a man named Mike Del Quadro out of Las Vegas. He builds trumpets by hand, It's great. And Mike was like, in the world of being a brass luthier,
Wow.
right? he was like, you know, it's so easy to get caught up in what everybody else is doing. You want to make a product that everybody can play, that everyone's it can go to market, it can compete with this brand and this company. And he was like, man, he after a while, he was like, no, I'm just going to make something that I like and that I know is going to help musicians get to where they want to go.
Ooh.
And sometimes it's better to focus on how you can be of service than, you know, for self, because at least
all the time
it's small, you know, but you're keeping the thing moving.
Truly, one of the pillars of, I think, like, quintessential human needs. There's not very many.
Right.
You know, we need to be safe.
Man.
We need to be seen.
Man.
We need to be loved.
Man.
We need to be productive or useful. And we need to be of service to others.
That's the most important thing.
It's like
service.
5 things.
Contribution consciousness.
And it's the most important thing.
It's powerful.
And we spend all of our lives and our wheels doing all those other things really to, like, or all the things that we do, right? To be seen, to be loved, etc. But, like, really when it comes down to it, all of it, like, we could have all the money, we could have all the love, we could have all the people around us, we could have all the accomplishments, but until you are of service to others, you never really find fulfillment. And I think that's why religion really, like, fills that hole or that void for most people. Most religious people really fall deep and hard into that avenue because they really just want to be of service.
It should.
Humans really want to be of service.
It should.
I know, right? Don't get me started. I grew up in the church.
You know, look.
I grew up in some churches.
I grew up in Christian Baptist churches. I'm Muslim now.
Yes.
But I'm more of like a Sufi because I'm a musician, so it's only natural. But, like, people wouldn't know that. I don't talk about it.
I remember seeing the whirling dervishes, you know, the
I was
Sufi.
literally thinking that
when
earlier.
I was in Turkey, I was in Istanbul. I was at a jewelry show. I lived in Italy for a couple of years, and seeing them, like, meditate, like, yeah, there's a lot of truth in a lot of different, but whatever, like, as long as you have integrity, you know, it's all good.
There's levels for sure.
Let's check out this song, you guys.
Yeah,
It's called Willis and Annie.
Can we take, like, a 2-minute break? I have
2-minute break?
Yeah.
I was holding it.
Oh, no.
You know, it's funny, like, when you were talking about, you know, Willis and Annie, your grandfather and your grandmother, like, my folks are in their 80s now, you know, and you know, it's so much sacrifice, you know, like, for me to be here in this room with you, you know, like,
man, look at all this stuff. I remember like a couple years ago, you were like, I want to get a studio, man. I'm doing this. I'm trying to, and now look. Okay. Is that okay? Is it still rolling? Is that okay? Man, yeah, it takes sacrifice, man. Look at all this. This is crazy, Pasquale.
yeah.
I remember when I first met you, you were like, I want to do this, and you have these ideas. And I'm like,
Yeah.
But you know what I told myself? I was like, he's gonna do it.
Thank you, man.
He's gonna do
It
it.
means a lot, bro.
He's gonna do it.
I have this, you know, idea that people can improve themselves in here and come and record themselves, or if they need content, or they need, like, because I needed that shit. I needed a place to play music, to play my drums and to play congas and get better and learn, you know, because I didn't have that for a few years. I got married, and, you know, like, I was on diaper duty, and for 6 years of my life, I didn't do much music, and it's on me. Like, I take responsibility for that. Like, ain't like, oh, this person made me do it, or no, like, for whatever reason, music was like, burp, you know, and now it's back in this, as the central, like, driving force of my heart and soul. And, like, I love it, you know, and I love coming here, and I love having a place to press record and hear what I sound like, and collaborate with other artists, and do something that's significant to me, and not like, okay, like, great, got to pay the bills and keep the lights on and all that shit is like, but you can do anything, like, you know, if you feel the call to be a music artist, like, that's a whole other thing. And that's why, like, in many ways, your album, like, hit me so hard and continues to touch me, is because
thank you, man.
It's
real.
Completely for real and sincere. And as I get to know you better, and I've seen you live, and I see like the level of, because there's like, you're talking about technique and all that stuff, and there's also like, as a musician, super important to know what the hell you're doing and to learn all the rules, and then, okay, how do I break them? How do I actually like say what I want to say?
Man, breaking the rules. I mean, it's like, I think that's when you realize that, man, there's no rules, man. There's no rules, man. It was made up. It was made up by some people that, first of all, you have no business trying to tell. That's not your music. So who are you to be trying to tell people what the rules are? Number one, if you want to learn the rules, you better take your ass to church. Okay? Just because I'm Muslim now, I'm not going to act like I didn't grow up in church with my mama. You know what I mean? And one of my students, I tell you, we talk all the time. He's like, E, what would you do if you were teaching a music program? I said, I would have the oldest black lady that I know in my life, and I would have her come teach a gospel choir and college. And every week we would take these jazz students that want to learn how to play, and I'd be like, bro, you going to volunteer at the church, and you're going to play. Every other Sunday, you are going to play. And that, because if you want to learn the spirit of what it is that we do, there's no way it is void of anything outside of the creator. Everything that we do, everything is about that.
Wow.
That's what it boils down to. It is always about purpose. It is always about spirit. It is always about serving. It is always about principle. It is always about ethics, kindness, compassion, love.
Yes.
Tough love sometimes.
Tough love. Even for yourself.
For yourself. But that's what it's about. And I don't say it like, like, oh man, he's just trying to sound deep. No, because I hold myself to that standard. I'm not perfect. There's times where I haven't been the best friend. You know what I mean? I could have been better. Could have avoided a couple arguments. Yeah. Some shit I probably shouldn't have said.
You and me both.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But that's real. And you take that and you learn from it. And you think to yourself, next relationship, if I'm blessed to make a new friend, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. I'm going to love better. I'm going to be better.
Sure. Taking responsibility for my life and like getting rid of all those stories and the excuses of blah, blah, blah. It's always like, I found that to be true with me, with the creation of Rising Dragon Fist Studios. Like, how can I take this fucking blank canvas of a room that didn't have anything in here and make something and actually like contribute to the artists who can't pay $200 an hour or whatever. Like, I'm about that. I'm about
trying to help people,
actually really doing that,
But it's hard, Pasquale. It's hard, man. It's like, in this city, there's so many people that say they want to help you, and they're just waiting for a moment. Like the homie was like, a lot of people think that their path to success is built on someone else's failure.
Stepping on someone.
Yeah, because, they're just waiting for somebody else to fall or waiting for the moment where they can pull somebody down. And then they get to have their time.
They get to go up.
So it's hard when your intentions are pure, It's hard. I remember we talked about this on the phone,
we talked about it a lot.
I deal with it a lot. I think now, because I've been through a lot, that's why I don't work with a lot of people anymore. I kind of just been focusing on the band thing and what I want to do with my group, because, business is number one. And, I think that's like where my boundary is now. It's like, cats, the young kids, the next generation, the people, they have to study entrepreneurship. They have to understand, licensing, publishing, copywriting, the difference between an LLC, a C Corp, an S Corp, business credit. What is a DUNS? Sure. What is a Paydex score?
Yeah, all that.
You're a small business owner, you know.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I'm a small business owner now. I know.
Yeah, and it's important, you know.
These are things that finance.
It's powerful to know, like,
Yeah.
how can the tax code work for you? How does,
Man.
you know, like, why does Elon Musk not pay any taxes? You know, like, why is debt could be a powerful thing,
Powerful tool.
right? And it's, you know,
Pardon me.
Oh, no,
yeah, I think it's great. You know, like I really, you know, I was at the NAMM show a couple days ago and was talking about, you know, there was two panels. One was about sync licensing for the Bel Air movie. The people that created that movie, and the director was there, and the composers were there. And then right after that, it was a sync licensing panel about, you know, this just Trailer House and just separate people, successful people who started on their own. And one of the comments that stuck in my mind was like building a team, you know, like how can I can't do it all on my own.
Nope.
And never. And the importance of like trusting, you know, the people attracting the right people in your life to do what you want to do and make the whole thing bigger and impact more people. And that's like, absolutely. And sometimes it takes time, you know, to do that, but it's worth it, you know, like
What's the saying? If you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together.
you go together.
It's hard to know who to bring with you, though.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
It's hard to build a team.
Yeah, it's hard building a team. I'm in that right now. I thought I had a team up until 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I thought I had the homies of homies.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, man, these dudes are my dudes.
But you know what? People are often, if not always, in your life for a season,
Yeah.
not for forever. Maybe it's several seasons.
Yeah.
But it really comes down to the art of letting go. Just let them, you know, let people
that's
be who
hard.
they're going to be.
It's hard, man. That's
Let 'em
circling
do
in
what
your
they're gonna
mind.
Do.
That's circling in your mind. That
Yeah.
just
It is hard, especially as a person of integrity and a perfectionist. You know, you're like, I would do better. I would never do that. I would be like this. And I,
Or like hoping that person will improve or change or like
man,
not
What?
learning how to say no.
or just be who they say they are.
my kryptonite. Which can
You see the best in someone, right?
Same.
And you know,
Same.
it's like can be really great and
it
the
can be
Painful.
because you want that.
It comes
you know
with
that,
a lot of
that
lessons.
person's got the potential.
Yeah.
They're going to change. Like I've known them for X number of years, but the behavior patterns don't.
Yeah. You're like,
reflect that, right?
yeah. You're seeing the light and the good and the potential, but
yeah.
you know, you got to see the reality and let it, take it for what it is, and let them be who they are, and you have to then decide what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know, I my favorite
Wow.
question
That's great.
to pose to myself, and I use it every single day, is what is my next best move? Not will I ever get there, or who's gonna go with me, who's gonna help me, how am I gonna do it, what's it gonna, it's just, what do I need to do next? What is my next best move?
Yeah.
You know, you were talking about the journey. It's like, that is it. We are fulfilled in the process of doing, and not by the arrival,
No.
you know, or the accomplishment.
That's great because it allows you to like see, okay, the literal next thing that will move the needle
Just the
more than
next,
anything,
just
right?
brick by brick, step by step. I could go this way, I could go that way. I could lay here on the floor and cry in a puddle and curl up in a ball and complain, or I could figure out what can I do, and what is the best thing that I can do for me right now to move the chains. You know, we don't
move
need to
the
get
chains.
a touchdown every time. We just got to move the chains. So yeah, what's my next best move? That is really like,
Wow.
I use it
That's excellent.
every day. I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's all right. Let them go.
Yeah.
What can I do now?
Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. So, did you guys listen to Willis?
No,
and
not yet.
Annie?
Willis and
Okay,
Annie.
I'm ready.
That's
Now we
coming
ready.
up right
Come
now,
on,
guys.
Grandma,
Put on your
Grandpa.
headphones. Fasten your
love it.
seatbelts again, y'all.
Come on, Granny, take me to church. Put me on your prayer list.
Willis and Annie.
I love them.
This one's for
already.
you.
Yeah. feel like they were my grandparents. Oh. Come on, Africa.
Tuck the bill. Oh yeah.
We could talk about it. Yeah. Fire. Fire.
Man, Garfield.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, this, you were talking about how you arrange them. How much improvisation is involved in your process? Like, it seems very...
Right here. That's sax.
Oh, that's sax right there?
That's saxophone.
Dude, that's some crazy effects going on.
Yeah, that's Aaron playing saxophone.
Oh, that's Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron's a beast, man.
Ridiculous.
He's
got a new album coming out soon.
Bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I feel like I'm in like the Bronx, like in New York, like with like, you know, salsa music happening.
But think about blaxploitation films.
Yes.
That was my energy. That was my
gonna say that. You plucked that right out of my mouth.
I was watching Shaft.
I was gonna say Shaft.
No, I'm serious. I was watching Shaft.
I swear to God, I was
That's
like,
crazy.
It's like 10 seconds in, I was like, it's giving Shaft.
Oh yeah, I was literally watching Shaft. I was watching I was watching what Dynamite, with Black Dynamite. I was watching, silly, I like, and then
I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you, sucker. And then I was watching Foxy Brown.
Foxy Brown.
I was literally watching this stuff, and I was like, I want to make something that brings that vibe back. Like
I just watched They Gon' Get You, They Gon' Get Tyrone.
Oh yeah. They clone Tyrone.
They clone Tyrone.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That was
Tyrone, and this is how that movie made me feel.
Yeah. That was the whole.
I haven't seen that.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, they clone Tyrone.
Plays Tyrone, and he's a pimp. It seems like L.A., but it could be anywhere. It could also be the East Coast, but yeah, you gotta see it.
It's crazy.
It's a good
movie. I can
movie.
see like these characters that you're talking about coming in and out of your grandpa's like dry cleaners, like the
or just the feeling of like
coat,
that old like
platform.
My mom loves Ramsey Lewis. My mom's a huge Ramsey Lewis fan.
Yeah,
all of his albums. Like she lost all her records in the Altadena fire. Oh. She was staying with my stepdad in his house in Altadena. So all that stuff, like my all the vinyl photo albums from when I was growing up, like a lot of stuff from like my life is gone. It was in my stepdad's garage. But it was like I wanted to do something that would like share that journey. I remember like when my mom was like, "Oh, you play trumpet? You need to listen to First Light."
Okay, she put you on.
And I was like, "What's that?" And I remember the first time I heard First Light, I was 11 years old. And I was like, "Damn, I ain't ever heard nobody play the trumpet like this." And then I was like, "This is a flugelhorn?" She's like, "Yeah." So I remember, what's a flugelhorn? Like going down the rabbit hole, and at 11 years old, you know what I mean?
Or 5th grade, like
I'm in 5th grade.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do this.
Wow,
that's crazy.
When I was working on the record, there's a few things that I did. Interludes. I have interlude tracks.
I love interludes.
When you used to buy hip hop records,
I love interludes.
Outkast had the best interludes.
It's one of my favorite parts of a record is the interludes and what's it called when there's like a secret song at the end of a reprise?
Yes, a reprise.
A reprise.
That was Kanye. Everybody did it.
My favorite.
And I was like, whenever I make records, I'm gonna do that.
Interludes and reprises.
I'm gonna have reprises. Like the other song I have. It's an acronym. On the Way to the Path. OTTWP. That song. That's a reprise of The Path.
OTWTP.
OTTWP. Yeah.
On the Way to the Path.
WTP.
Yeah. OTTWP.
Can't be that.
Oh yeah. OTWTP. There you go. It's my bad. Thank you.
On the Way to the Path.
No.
You're right. My bad.
It's okay.
But that was a reprise.
Okay.
I wanted my intention with the album, like my big bro Garfield. He was like, "E, can I ask you a question?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, "Are you trying to make like the blackest jazz album?" And I said, "Hell yeah!"
Hell yeah!
I was like, "Man, this album is for my mama, man.
Up.
This is for my mom." Like, I wanted to do something that was like.
Love that.
I'm tired. I'm so sick of like when we play this music and we practice, we develop this technique, we learn, we play, you want to be able to get that validation that you've studied your instrument. That has always been the thing in any sport, right? In anything that goes on, anything, whenever we are a part of it, we always have to go above and beyond, right? That's always like the pressure. I wanted to make an album that was like reminding you, like, regardless of the pressure, your heart and your soul is what matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay, like, the last song, Orison to Damal's Light. That was very hard for me to record.
I can imagine. Yeah,
it was very difficult.
Dealing with that
felt it. I felt
loss
it.
and the grief and all those.
The first time I heard it back, it's like
cry?
Man, because it was like I think about Damal, like I think about A Finch's Walk. That song is dedicated to my mentor, Dr. Finch. He passed away the day that he turned in his dissertation.
The same day.
He fell asleep behind the wheel because he'd stayed up for like 3 days finishing his dissertation at USC.
Oh my
my student Sergio, he studied with Patrice Rushen. his friends, he was friends with Ndugu. He introduced me to Ndugu. He introduced me to Roy Hargrove, my mentor.
Ndugu Chancellor.
Yes.
No way.
I used to kick it with Ndugu when I was in high school.
That dude's bad.
When Roy was in town.
That's why he's bad.
When Roy was in town, him and my mentor used to kick it with each other. They were like running buddies. And so then I would kick it with them. When he was at USC, he died the day he turned in his dissertation.
What?
His dissertation was, he studied Ahmad Jamal. He went to Ahmad Jamal's house and interviewed Ahmad Jamal. Talked about music business, talked about music education, talked about empowering the youth, how to get the next generation on track, why Ahmad Jamal is so powerful, who inspired him, where did he learn how to play, everything. If you go to USC right now, my student went to USC. He's like, I got to find that dissertation, because everybody's dissertation, it's research. So it's available. My mentor's paper cannot be found.
Wow.
What?
The one that he literally died finishing. Right?
What? What do you mean?
It's
Not, you can't find it.
Not published.
He went to the library and said, she said, oh, we can't, we don't know. It might
What?
be archived. You might have to go to the professor that he turned it into. So I'm like, why? How come his paper is not accessible to people? All this information. But riddle me this. If it happened to Derek, how many other people did it happen to?
Oh,
Yeah,
no, your
those-
life's work.
yeah, it's all knowledge.
But that's what so when we talk about, I am here to be a disruptor.
Okay.
I am beginning to understand.
Yeah, same.
I am a rebel with a cause,
I love it.
because it takes somebody. Like, I'm getting my doctorate education because I'm working on an educational service program with my two buddies, Aaron and his brother Lawrence. I have then decided, man, you know what? Fuck it. I'll get my doctorate. Why? Because I'm like, I live in Inglewood. I worked for a school in Inglewood, and 7 schools got shut down in Inglewood Unified. There's no middle school in Inglewood. And the other 2 schools got turned into charter schools.
Yeah.
I have met with people that are part of the board of education for the school district. I have had people try to hustle curriculums out of me, a 6-figure job. I've had people try to get me to write curriculums for teach. I don't know how to write curriculums, but I know what I've been through, and I know how to articulate that, you know. That 7 schools got shut down, and you still have your job, but there's kids that have to get sent to other districts
Yeah.
in neighborhoods where they're not welcomed.
Yeah.
But you still have your job. How do you have your job? How is it that the state came in and took over that school district and 7 schools got shut down? 2 got converted into charter schools.
Until there's no schools left.
I decided that, you know what? I'm tired of it. I have been working in South Central. I've been working with kids in the hood since I got back from college. I have met with families. I have heard horror stories from kids. I don't even repeat the things that kids have told me. I've had to drive kids home to make sure that they're safe. Parents gave me permission. I fed kids. I remember when I first moved back from college, I was making $20 a week in 2011, making $20 a week off of selling snacks to kids after school, giving kids free music lessons since day one. And I would take kids back because it's in South Central. I didn't want them to get hurt. And I got close to parents, and I met these people. And ever since then, and my boy Joel Adams, who's another educator, we decided that, man, no, we're not gonna do that to the hood. There needs to be somebody different. There's all these people out here that are, we got to be different. We got to be the ones. And so I was like, man, like, am I going to get involved in the politics of music education?
Yeah, because music is important. It's like one of the most important things we can teach our kids.
Not everybody's going to be a basketball player. Not everybody's going to be a soccer player. Not everybody's going to be. We need kids kids need to arm themselves with ways of expressing themselves, especially kids that have grown up in traumatic environments.
Yeah.
This is a way of healing yourself.
100%.
Even if you don't become a professional musician, doesn't matter. We're here to equip you with the tools of expression.
100%.
We're here to teach you how to have emotional intelligence.
How to use both sides of your brain.
Man, how to use the parts of your brain.
Yeah.
Two sides. You got two sides.
How to connect your brain to your heart.
Yeah.
How to connect your ears to your heart. Critical thinking, imagination,
Pattern recognition.
Everything. There's so many kids that are without. I have kids now.
That'll do you.
There's no way. I didn't grow up with my dad around like that. I knew my dad. I would go visit him and hang out with him Christmases and summers and shit like that. And it was cool. You know, it was rough. Now it took 15 years of us not talking and not seeing each other to now have a relationship because I have kids. I said, I'll never keep your grandchildren away from you. I'll never do that.
Sure.
That's not right.
No.
This door is always open. But it was because of my journey in teaching, playing, working with communities, I'm Black and Puerto Rican. In California, when I was in high school, there were race riots. Black people and Mexicans used to fight all the time.
All the time.
I was lucky. I went to an arts high school, so I was away from all that. But everybody else that I knew I grew up with had to deal with that. I now service these communities. I work with people. It's my job to bring people together. We have to understand that we are all connected. We are all, I know time is almost up, right?
No, time's not up.
I was talking to my class. There's kids were fighting at the school I was working at, right? Ever since I've been teaching, the Black students and Latino students have always fought each other. And being that I'm mixed, I've always found myself in a position to like educate the kids. I'm in the class. These kids are beefing with each other. This is Black History Month. This young Latina sister comes to me and she's crying. I said, what's going on, girl? You know, I talk to my students like that, my little niece and nephew and stuff. I said, what's going on, girl? What you doing? What's wrong? She's like, man, I'm standing in line. I'm waiting for my lunch. And this girl just slaps the tray out of my hand.
Ugh.
She says, you wait in the back. This is Black History Month.
Oh, man.
This is our month. And the Black students were bullying the Latino students. And then there was fights starting to break out. I said, hell no. So I'm in my class. At the time I was like working with another teacher there. And she said, Mr. E, how can you help? I said, we're going to have a talk right now. I said, okay. All my Black students, you go over there. All my Latino students over there. I said, now let's have a talk. I said, ask my brothers and sisters, African American community. I said, what do you call yourself? I'm Black. Okay. I'm African American. Okay. Over here, couple Salvadorians, mostly Mexican. I said, okay. Now, what's your skin color? Talking to the Latino students. What color is your skin? Brown. Ask my Black students, what color is your skin? Brown, dark brown. I said, so can we all agree that everybody's brown in various shades of brown? They're like, yeah.
Can we start there?
So then I said, what's Black?
Right.
Are you the same color as this crayon? What is that?
Every color.
So then they were like, yes and no. Scientifically, you can't have Black without light. And vice versa. So what is that? What is Blackness? What does that mean? Who gave that to us?
Well, culturally or historically speaking, it's made up.
Right. So then everybody looked at each other differently. From then on, the attitude in my music class changed. I understand the socio-political education and side of things. I understand that. I embrace that. But there are laws and rules and things at play that we do not discuss as a people. If everybody comes from Africa, and Africa is the definition of what we say blackness, right? Then doesn't that mean that everybody is our cousin?
I heard something online the other day. It was a lady talking about quantum physics, and she was studying, getting her master's or doctorate in something or another, and a white lady, and she said, okay, just hear me out, but God is a black woman. Just scientifically speaking, if everything that we know comes from the void, which is literally like black holes, that's where universes are birthed, that's where galaxies are birthed. If everything that we are and everything that we have here comes from, originally go all the way back, it started in a black hole, that in the universe we call her Mother Nature for a reason, because the characteristics of the universe and all universal laws kind of govern in a matriarchal way.
Yeah,
it's feminine. It's
aligned with birth.
It's aligned with birth and feminine energy, or all the things that we akin to feminine energy. And she said, so if everything comes, all of us come through a womb, and everything comes from this void, this blackness, then technically the creator and the pathway to life must be, the personification would be a black woman. And I was like, huh.
Yeah. Or
checks out.
Sense.
Or
checks out.
Checks out, yeah.
Mathematically.
Yes.
Or how I like to look at it is,
The math is mathing.
or how I like to look at it is, energy is not bound by gender.
No, definitely not.
Energy is pure energy. Before a baby is created, it comes from the seed needs to be planted. We have a woman that is housing the body. When that moment of conception is a burst of light, it's a burst of energy.
Visible. Spark.
It's a spark, and it's a visible spark.
Yeah.
It's like an explosion of life.
Light energy.
Darkness into the seed travels through, makes the voyage through all that darkness, has to fight and arrive in a place where it has to try to survive to create life. We, like, even in a lot of those concepts that are out now, I align with those, because I think that we need to understand that we have to give credit to our mothers, our women in our lives. And I'm a dude that has like a table full of matriarchs, and I'm the young dude sitting at the table, and I'm listening to all these older black women talk about life. And we absolutely need each other more than ever. It's interesting to me as I'm growing up now. Maybe this is just because I'm young and I still got a lot of shit to learn, but I don't like how we are becoming disjointed as in our communities, in our homes, as a group of people, as a society. There's this battle and beef between men and women, and it's sick. We need each other.
It's also not new. Young versus old, light versus dark, man versus woman.
Yes, it's not old, but there were rules.
Facts.
There were teachers. We had the elders in the village. We had, now we call them OGs. We had the elders. We had the communities of knowledge and thought and of spirit and of self.
But most of those things were stripped, and my reference is mainly to this newer system of colonialism, because you know, those methods of division were directly pulled from the Willie Lynch letters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, how to control your slaves.
And DNA
you pin
records
the old,
trauma.
Water, we're 76% water. You're carrying, and
We're carrying
500
generations of trauma.
Yeah, about 500 years. That's how long your DNA will remember before being cycled out. So, you know, we've literally got 500 good years of not just one trauma, but daily traumas.
One after the other.
And trauma as culture, habitual trauma. Like, you know, you live in that state, and all those memories, feelings are being recorded in our biology, and then passed down, and it accumulates.
Man, what?
And we're not even talking about spiritual or woo woo. This is science.
This is just, we'll
data. You know, we're carrying we are computers.
Yeah.
Carrying all the data of the programs that were just an update of.
And talk about healing, like music, like as you were mentioning, you know, like when I went to Cuba for the first time, like in these Santeria, Toque de Santos that were dedicated to particular, like, okay, today is for Chango, the saint of fire, and the drum. Like all the drumming and dancing and singing was dedicated to this one Orisha on that particular day. And through these intricate patterns of drumming, you know, the bata players playing and the singers and everyone in the crowd dancing in the particular type of dance, that's all, who knows how many millennium of people from Nigeria or wherever they originally come from developed that.
Yeah, that's the Yoruba culture.
The Yoruba culture.
Yeah.
And
it's all through the Afro-Caribbean people.
To heal. You know, and the importance of that tradition that was carried on, you know, and the breakup of the family, you know, like I see, like I happen to live with my mom and dad and my son, and it's so important, but like the nuclear family is broken up. Like we don't
by design
sing and dance together. We don't like play music together. Like what you're talking about is healing communities, healing students, healing human beings one by one, and seeing the value of that.
Man, you gotta, like, I mean, just a moment of transparency, you know, like, I mean, my mom and I, we're super tight to the point where, like, we butt heads, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom is my homie, you know what I mean? That's my dude, you know what I'm saying? My mom, we're, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're super tight.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, even though we're super tight, man, she don't listen to me. She don't listen to me.
Your mama.
You know, and there's some things that, you know, Mom, you're gonna see this, you're gonna be mad. Don't be mad at me. But, you know, there's certain decisions that she's made that I'm not happy with. But I think the remedy to that is, like, I don't want you to be alone. Yeah. You know, most of the people that I've lost in my life, you know, you know, I never got a chance to say goodbye. Mr. Bashir, you know, there's a song called Osad's House. I just released a music video for that song.
I love that song.
Right? That was for my trumpet teacher, Mr. Bashir. His spirit name was Osad. You know, Mr. Bashir was a diehard vegan and yogi. He used to meditate and do spiritual fasts for like months.
No food.
Man, no food, just water, meditating. And he had like his own personal hot yoga studio in his house.
Oh, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? This dude changed how I feel about music and life. Like I call him he's my trumpet fairy godfather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For real.
Yeah.
And
that's cool.
He was like, you know, spirit is in everything that we do.
Everything.
It's in everything that we do. And the moment that it's not in it, then maybe it's something that you shouldn't be doing.
That thing is dead.
Yeah. And so then he was like, we have to figure out a way to work with each other. You know, he was always pushing to like, you know, he taught me that music means more to them than that. You know, my mom, we talk about generations healing. Like man, that's lucky. Like I remember, man, like so many my friends, we all talk about it. Our parents, man, they wanted us out. 18, you going to college, goodbye. You know, my mom too, goodbye. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, I have kids now. There's no way.
Never letting them
There's
go.
no way. Like, you got to go into the world and you got to do your thing.
And you got to come right back.
But
Dinner.
you come home.
It's by dinner time.
You know, you come home, you get your finances right. You save money. If you're going to pay bills, help me pay the mortgage.
Or how about when you have kids, let's live together so grandma can and grandpa can teach the kids how to read and ride a bike.
Come on now.
Multi-generations in one household is really powerful.
It's powerful.
It's really powerful.
I don't understand how we've moved away from it. Like
Capitalism.
Man, capitalism, hyper capitalism, because we don't live in capitalism. This is hyper capitalism.
Yeah. This is some other
Let's
shit.
put, you know, mom and dad in a home and pay $10,000 a month because I don't want to deal with it.
I don't want to deal with her.
Or
She's a
let's
headache.
Move out and
She's
go
a headache.
Your parents,
rent a place until you can buy your
they
own
die
mortgage.
alone.
Now y'all got 2 mortgages.
man,
instead of one.
your parents
Math.
wiped. We're all parents,
Yeah.
right? We wipe that ass
Yeah.
Yep.
all the time. Excuse my, I'm being silly.
Yeah,
This is
It's the
my
truth.
Yeah.
We wipe that butt every day.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that
You can't come back and wipe my ass when I'm old and can't reach or I'm hurt or I need you? You
True.
can't get that dribble off my chin? You're not finna just
Yeah,
go
man,
leave
come
me?
on.
You're gonna put me in a home
we can't do that?
over there with them nurses?
I see these music. I see cats, man. I'm like, I talk to my young students. I'm like, man, you know, hey, like, what's your measure of success? I'm like, shit, I just want to buy a house. I'm simple. I'm a simple dude. You know, I've already feel like I've made it. Like if we haven't
There you
even
go.
really talked about like my upbringing, like what I experienced, none of that. It was a struggle, and like it was rough. And I'm like, the fact that I have a car, like I've gone through like 3 or 4 leases. I've had cars. My mentor gave me his car. One of my mentors, Van Hunt, you know, singer, guitarist, songwriter, badass dude. When he drove from Atlanta to LA, he was my neighbor in this complex that I used to live in, of townhomes in the valley. And when I didn't have a car, I moved home from college, and he used to tease me, right? I used to come in, he'd be like, "What's up, man? I heard your mama cussing you out yesterday." And I'd be like, "Damn, you heard that?" He was like, "So what's up, man? You need a car?" I was like, "Yeah, man." He was like, "I don't have no money. I'm trying to figure it." He was like, "Well, man, I got this car sitting downstairs." And I'm like, "What you mean? The Lincoln? Black on black, leather
Town car?
town car, 94 Lincoln town car,
Those are the smoothest cars ever.
a big boat."
Yeah, they are a boat.
Right?
It literally feels like a boat. You're like,
He was like, "You like it?" I said, "Man, yeah, this is dope." Hold on, stay here. Went upstairs, gave me the keys, gave me his car. I was like, "Man, what are you doing?" He's like, "Don't worry, man. I'm gonna go to DMV. I'm gonna hand you the deed to the car. I'm gonna get you all that stuff taken care of. Bam, it's all good." I was like, "Well, how much you gonna sell it to me for?" He was like, "Well, shit, man, how much money you got?" And I was like, "Man, oh, don't do it to me." He's like, "All right, well, I'll think of something." Next day, he knocked on the door. He's like, "Meet me here this time." When I got off of work, I came, and he handed me the pink slip, you know, to transfer the title and everything.
crazy.
And it said $1.
I knew it. You were going to say $1. I really am psychic.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
$1.
Dollar.
And he was like, "Give me $1." He's like, "I know you working." You know what I mean?
I knew it.
I know you got it.
I gave him $1, man.
know you're good for it.
And I had my car for like, that was my car, man, for like 2 years, two and a half years.
beautiful.
Like, and we talk about community, we talk about family, we talk about,
Oh, yeah.
it's like,
Music is transcendental, though. It's the one thing
Man.
that, like, we don't even have to speak the same language to understand. It doesn't even need to have words. Your music doesn't even have a lot. There's a few words. There's some voices in there, but for the most part, we crystal clear, get the message without lyrics. Like, that's powerful.
It's like, but I think too, like, even if I wasn't a musician, he would have hooked me up.
Oh, 100%.
Because I'm just a young dude that used to lock himself out of the house, when in middle school, and I'd be sitting in the courtyard by myself doing homework, and he'd be like, damn, you locked yourself out again? Can't get it right. Want some water? You know? And I'm in the valley, and it's hot.
That's good human stuff, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think what we're talking about
Success.
matriarch of the universe.
And,
we're talking about energy. We're talking about light. We're talking about people. We're talking about, when I was telling that story about the kids, like, when I'm writing music, whatever we do, it's not for us. We do it because either, like me, I'm very about honoring the people that raised me or were next to me. Maybe Pasquale, for you want to help people that need help. You want to be of service. You want to make beautiful music. I want to get to know you more and help you in any way that I can.
I'm looking forward to it. And it's I gotta tell you,
and I mean it. And
me too.
But it's like, I think I don't know, man. I think
it is. It's a human thing. It's a spirit thing. It's a God thing. We are all connected. We are all fractals of one source.
Man.
And
come on.
I think we come here to strengthen our souls through trial and through connection. And we are practicing this, studying this thing called life so that we can feel it all. And I think that we come from love. I think there's nothing we could do to not be loved. I think we will always be loved because we are love, and we will return to love. And I think it's the connective tissue of life. And if we can just remember that, if we can see that, if we can feel that, no matter what our circumstances or our environments look like, underneath it all, they're just right under the surface is this thing that we all need, that we all are, that we all want, that if we give it, if we look for it, if we feel it, then I think the whole picture gets a little clearer. And music for me really helps. It really helps me remember what I'm doing here.
Oh yeah. I mean, if it wasn't for music, shit, man.
Oh, I would hate life.
I mean, I don't even, I'm just like,
music grounds me, like, especially playing drums. Like, for me, that's my, like, the pillar, the thing that centers my whole thing. And I remember, like, okay, wow, it's this heartbeat, this rhythm, it's all rhythm, like, it's amazing. So
I bet it is cathartic before you change.
Yeah.
Because you're beating on things. You're like, really get it out.
So I didn't start playing music till after high school, right? Like, my friend Eric Giroux, who we've had on the show.
Love Eric.
So he was a drummer in high school. We played football together in high school, and he was already a badass drummer, playing like NWA songs and shit on the drums. I was like, that's cool. I want to do that. So after high school, I started playing drums, but then I heard Carlos Santana, and I was like, ooh, okay, like, what's that fucking sound?
Yeah.
Like, what are those conga drums? What is that? So I went to this random, like, drum circle in Claremont. Like, my friend was going to one of the Claremont schools, and it was a random, like, Wednesday or some shit, and I banged the shit out of those congas so hard. All these hippies were like, what is he hitting them? So I hit those drums so high, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, and my hands hurt for like a week. But I knew that's what I was here to do. Like, that was part of, like, what I was put on this earth for, is to learn how to communicate with percussion, and it was like, just my whole life changed,
Because rhythm, more than anything, I really think is it's not just fundamental. It's like, what's the word when when it's I mean, not tribal, but there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't think of it.
Yeah.
But it's
we
like,
come into this life with a heartbeat, and we leave and give our last heartbeat, and the earth, universe, sound, frequency, it's all rhythm, and
Yeah.
You said essential? Yeah, it's
I mean, it is essential.
You know, Kamasi did this interview. Somebody asked him, like, man, you play the saxophone, there's all these saxophone players. And he was like, yeah. I can't remember how the conversation went, but he touched on something super dope. It's like, there's a difference between heritage and lineage. Right? And like, music and art carries with it these two characteristics, heritage and lineage. Even though in terms of like black music, you might not be of the heritage, you're of the lineage, and you have a respect for the heritage. And that is something that and you love the heritage.
He sure does.
And we as people, we have to now embrace the diaspora of what it looks like
100%
to have this heritage and honor it that way, because that's the only way things will get better.
And when he taps into certain rhythms,
You're tapping into the heritage,
to the spirit, to the ancestors themselves.
Yeah.
And that thing, that sound, that cadence is alive, and you are keeping it alive, perpetuating it, learning it, sharing it, and teaching it to other people. And we're all connecting in that same place. It's almost like tapping into like a timeline, like a well of some sort.
well.
Yeah, you
plugging into the
yeah,
wall.
you could just plug right into it. You don't have to be of the heritage.
I never felt like when I was in Cuba in these gatherings and parties and music things. We were at the University of Matanzas, which is a couple hours east of Havana. This is in '96, right? Like 500 black people and just me, and none of them ever made me feel out of place. They were like welcoming me. They literally took me into their family.
Yeah.
And the fucking roof was gone. There was no roof, but they still offered me everything they had. I remember that. Like, I was staying with the guy who was like, I could either buy my daughter a pair of shoes or try to get, food for the house. That's how it is in Cuba.
Yeah.
Like, they have these ration cards, that the government gives them, a little bit of rice and a little bit of beans, and it usually lasts the family like till the 10th or the 15th, and then the half of the month they just gotta like do whatever they can to survive, but like,
that's crazy.
getting a little taste of that was like, it really flipped my whole sense of value. Like,
especially when those people are willing to share what little they have,
share everything that they have, which is nothing, but it's actually everything.
The love.
That's
love.
I went to the Philippines. I did a gig out there. First time I left the country, man. The first gig I did was in the Philippines. Like, what a way to leave. Like,
crazy.
Right? And it's funny because it's funny. I always say me and my family joke about it. Like, out here, people think that I'm like black and Asian, right? Because I was
going to say you kind of look Filipino.
Right? Everybody, right? But when I go to New York, I look like everybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm on the train, I look like every other black and Puerto Rican dude. And everybody's black and Puerto Rican in New York.
Yeah.
Or Dominican. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or Jamaican and Trinidadian. You see what I mean? We all Caribbean people, you know what I'm saying? We got that thing. We all kind of look alike.
all kind of look Asian.
Yeah. And that's because of our indigenous ancestry, part of the Arawaks. You know what I mean? That's what they call it, that's an umbrella term that's used to describe the many various tribes, indigenous people that occupy the Caribbean, that migrated through the Gulf into the Mississippi, into to the States, what we now know as States, right? So we're tied into all that, and then you have African ancestry, pre-slave trade African ancestry that we have to understand and accept,
Which is hard because there's not a lot of record of it.
Well, there is. But it's just not kept. It's not accessible, and that's done on purpose, right?
100%.
And a lot of people don't want to talk about that. See, like my uncle Rashid, he and his family, they lost their home too. I spent a lot of time going to his house and recording
In Altadena?
In Altadena. I have a lot of memories in the house. My godfather of my son, one of his sons, he has 2 sons. One of his sons is my best bud from high school. Like you know what I'm saying? And he's one of the godfathers to my son. And I love Uncle Rashid, and he taught me so much, man. He was like, when it comes to the diaspora and what we do, you know, we have the ability to really change the community, the infrastructure of what this looks like. It's up to us to make sure the creatives, one day it's going to be all on us to be the voice of change, you know, and to really stand up for what you know is right. And we have that power. We really do.
And the responsibility.
Yeah. And like, when I'm here and I'm dealing with kids, and, you know, I'm doing my best to inform the parents and encourage the kids to learn more about the music and the history and all this stuff, you know, it's all about passing it on and encouraging people to like have the experience you have. You know, I guess I went to the Philippines. I'm out there. People have nothing. I remember when I was there, this is when Duterte was running, right? For presidency. This was the same time we were dealing with Trump's first term. And there were farmers, thousands of farmers that were protesting because they weren't getting fed. And all they were asking for was rice.
Crazy.
They were getting shot in the street, protesting, thousands of farmers. People that grow the rice we eat.
They couldn't even get the rice that
they couldn't even get the rice that they grow. Government was taking it from them.
Yep.
Jesus.
And all they wanted was some rice. That changed me. Like,
yeah, especially when you see it like firsthand.
And I'm walking up the street. There's a pothole in the ground. There's a butt-ass naked baby in the pothole playing in the water. But the baby's so happy. There's a group of kids and they're playing and they're so happy. They have nothing. They have nothing but the joy that God gave them when they woke up.
And they're singing.
They're just chilling. Butt-ass naked baby in a pothole with water with little kids, and they're taking care of each other. We're here with everything.
Yeah.
Unhappy.
And we're unhappy.
We'll
we
fight
can't
you.
even have a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have to.
Most of the things that I've been through is funny. I talk to my elders, my family, and I'm like, damn, OG, why do we do that to each other? Why we do it to each other? Most of the stuff I've been through,
To ourselves.
it ain't been by somebody that's not from the culture.
Yeah.
It's done by people that look like me, that look like my uncles and aunties. I know what the others look like. I know. I can expect that. But I leave my heart open because that's what we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah. For
To then, but despite it all, you still show love. You show up.
We have to.
Because we have to. We have
to.
We have no choice.
We have no choice. You can't let your heart get hard.
Man, and that's the hardest thing.
You just can't.
It's the hardest thing to do. This album, and I'm so grateful to be here and honored to be a part of this. Like,
So
you have no
grateful.
idea, Pasquale. Like,
So grateful.
This conversation
for
has
you.
really been something special. I feel like so much of these things that have come up just in our and this one conversation needs to be heard and seen and shared and talked about. And
100%.
you know, this is what it takes.
And
Through your eyes, through your experience, through your
through
hands,
our eyes.
this project,
through our
you know,
eyes.
Yeah,
Your mother.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I'm a dad. We're dads. Chris, are you a father as well? No. You know,
I'm actually a portal.
You like to listen.
That's right.
Look, man, Pasquale, I'm going through the dad thing right now where I'm like, Dad, man, I feel like no one sees me, dog.
No, we
But-
see you more
But I'm able to leave. I'm here right now.
because
Mama bear is with the kids.
That's
holding it
right.
down.
That's right.
You feel me?
We don't have a choice, you know.
Man, and like I'm honored. Like I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are probably just a handful of people that really understood the assignment that I was dealt and that I needed to accomplish. I'm very honored that you felt like my emotion and my conviction through the project. Like I was very surprised when you said that. I was like, damn, they get it. You know, because, you know, when you're doing it, you know,
don't know if they're going to get it.
You don't know if people are going to get it. And I've gotten compliments and things and people, but the sneak disses, but it's like you're
really talented.
It's like, oh, this was great. But you know, the one thing that I could sing to was this song. And it was like, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And I appreciate it. And I take it because it encourages the next thing that I might work on, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
But a little bit. But it's like, man, I think that's like, this place is called Safe Space Studios, right?
Safe Space Sounds.
Safe Space Sounds.
Rising Dragon Fest Studios.
Rising Dragon Studios.
RDF Studios presents Safe Space Sounds.
This is like the names, the titles, everything. Like,
but it is a safe space. This is a safe space. This is what, you know, we came together to create a place where we can have these conversations, host these, you know, listening sessions,
learn from each other.
Yeah, these performances, because we know how much you put into that project.
Man, I'm in debt
without even knowing.
I'm in debt. I've had my heart broken.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me like, man, how does it feel to be betrayed?
Yeah.
I said, man, I don't have no more space in my back. It's occupied with knives.
Yeah, straight up.
This is the first time in a long time that I've like come out the house, Pasquale, like for real.
Yes, because you got new babies.
Well, that, and then like I lost my aunt.
Grief
was
will
like
do that to you as well.
she was like my big sister. She always called me. She didn't want me to call her auntie. She was like, it made me feel old.
Yeah.
But you know, my mom's best friend that helped raise me.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh man. That's tough.
You know, like we found her, you know, in her apartment. You know. And then like not like a month or two after that, you know, I called her Auntie Gwen. She passed away, you know, and I'm watching my elders get older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The people that really mean a lot to me, you know, the people that when I'm having a tough time, I can call, you know, Mr. Bashir. He was like one of the, if not the most recorded black trumpet player in Los Angeles in recording history here in Los Angeles. Studio work.
Wow.
And like I used to talk to him, like, you know, me and Mr. Bashir, man, I call him all the time. That's my friend. You know, I miss my friend. I miss Derek.
Yeah.
I miss Damal. Uncle Spence. When I moved home from college, you know, I found out that one of the dudes, OGs at my church that really took me in, that was really nice, really just a beautiful, you know, he knew that my dad was around and he really just took me in. I used to kick it with him. You know, he was sick. He got pneumonia and then bronchitis and passed away in the hospital.
Wow.
You know, it's like I've
just like that.
Yeah, just lots of people that I've been around, you know, Miss Cheryl, you know, Auntie Frances, you you
You've dealt with a lot of loss.
A lot of loss.
Yeah, you have.
And do you think that that is a unique experience, or do you think that you just process things the way you do and it all plays into your story? Like you need that pain for your art, you know?
I think I'm having a hard time accepting that
we all die. We all gonna die.
Well, no, I think it's funny. You're asking the same question that my big sister asked me. She was like, do you feel like, you know, this is something you need? And it's like, I wish it wasn't something that I needed.
But it must be because the universe always gives
it to me.
What you need.
And,
you know?
Yeah.
Always.
And I think that's what it is I struggle with. I struggle with the acceptance of like, this is part of my journey.
Yeah, because you have a loving attachment. You form attachments.
My grandmother.
With people.
My grandmother fell down the steps and passed away in her basement.
God damn.
By herself.
pardon my French. Just that hurt me.
You know what I mean?
Man,
I didn't
that
get a chance to say
that
bye to
broke my
grandma.
heart.
Found her body frozen in the basement.
That
She was in
break-
Queens, in
breaks
New
my
York.
heart.
Frozen.
Yeah.
I miss my grandma too.
You know what I'm saying? My grandfather passed away. I didn't get a chance. I was my dude. We were thick as, it's, my family. These are like people that are like my best friends.
Sure.
You know?
Wasn't like, oh, I saw him at Christmas.
And I'm an only child, man. And my mom raised me
really?
by herself. Yeah, I have a half sister. I don't call her my half sister.
No,
I
of
call her my
course not.
sister.
It's your sister.
I love my Ruthie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
But,
Ruthie.
You know, I love her, but it's like I've always felt alone. So when I have family,
I see that.
it's like I really, you know
But
what I
you
mean?
make your family, and you
Yeah.
form bonds with people
Yeah.
who are around you and that can see you.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you're a specific triple Sag kind of personality that needs that
Oh yeah.
pain for your art.
I guess so.
I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong.
No, I
but
mean,
I feel
I know where to put it.
yeah, you know where to put it.
I know where to put it.
Everybody experiences trauma and pain and suffering at some point in life, right? And often for some people, more so for some
Yeah.
than others, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You could live in a certain place and time and have it real hard,
Oh, yeah.
right? But a lot of people process their pain, push it deep down inside, don't process it, or get hard, get calloused,
I'm
get angry,
Or it turns into, something violent.
or they become dependent on escapism or a substance that all the things, right? And we go through phases, right?
I'm coming out. I'm
in a phase right now.
I'm in a phase.
Y'all
right
didn't
now.
know it, but I'm
Like,
phased.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you said it. I'm.
But I mean, it cycles to life. Life is cyclical,
But we never get anything that we can't handle. I firmly believe that. And I think that, like,
it's hard though.
as a human
is.
being, like, we
hurts.
can sublimate, like the Buddhist thing, right? Where the lotus, the symbol of the lotus flower comes out of the muck of the swamp, and it rises above that. Like,
Man.
we don't have control over what happens, but we have control over
Ourselves.
How we see it.
this wild beast that
How
is
we
my
see it.
mind. Like,
Yeah.
Man, that mind is.
can I tame it?
You
know?
cannot. Okay, you cannot control it. It does what it wants. It thinks, it processes all the things. But what we can do is choose the things that we adhere to, the things that we hold on to, the things that we internalize and allow to become a part of us. So, with you and your story and your project and your gifts, and your work, all these things are connected to your purpose. And I think all of those relationships that you've spoken up, all the people you mentioned, without knowing them, I almost feel like I did,
Yeah.
by proxy.
And I didn't even mention everybody.
I'm sure you didn't. I could tell.
There's a lot of people.
And you're the kind of person I can tell that easily connects with people if the connection is available.
Yeah, I try
can
my-
see you like you're neighborly.
Yeah, if you know.
I'm not. I don't know none of my neighbors. I don't want to.
Man, say hi to your neighbors, man.
I'll be duck. If I see them coming, I turn
Say
around real
hi.
fast. I'm like,
you'll
"Look,
be surprised.
Did they see me?"
You'll be surprised. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised at who will be there for you.
You're probably right, but I have like a little social anxiety, and I just don't like that many people.
I deal with that.
I'm sorry.
After being betrayed. You know what I'm saying?
There's themes.
You know what I'm saying?
We're back.
I tried to, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard. But
that comes from your expectations, though. You expect you have a set of expectations when you're dealing with people, and we talked about this earlier in the night. Or you expect them to be a certain way or do a certain thing.
I share
when they
that,
don't, you're
like,
disappointed.
Seeing the best out of giving people the benefit of the doubt. I do.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
same
saying.
thing.
It's not
But there's always going to be a
expectation.
discrepancy between whatever benefit of the doubt is and reality. There's going to be, whether it's this much or all the way, there will be a discrepancy. And until you can let go of those expectations, you will continue to be hurt and disappointed by everyone in your life because humans are fucked up.
But yes, humans
You
are.
gotta
humans
let
are
that.
fucking-
You gotta
are
just
fucked
let it
up.
go. I mean, I'm telling you how to be, but because I want you to keep making that music.
Yeah.
Whatever that took,
Yeah.
do that again.
Yeah.
Because we really like
I mean,
it.
it's like I do have an expectation.
I know.
I don't have many because I actually don't have expectations of people. I see the best in people, and I hope. I have hopes.
That's right.
I operate off of hope. I'm a person, big believer in faith. You know what I mean?
Same.
So I operate off of hope.
I'm the same way.
And sometimes I may be a little naive.
Oh boy, I'm all the way gullible.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
like, oh,
I'm super gullible too.
I really
So-
believe. I'm a believer.
And sometimes I be, I give people, but
I get super disappointed. My heart gets broken on the regular.
and I actually empathize with you on that. I'm not just sympathize, because
Yeah.
sympathy is like
Yeah.
we don't share something, but I understand and I feel your
it,
pain,
yeah.
but so I can only sympathize, but because I feel like I can maybe we've been through some of the same
Some
things.
of the same things I feel.
But I'll say this, like, as long as we can just talk to each other.
That part.
As
That's
long
what
as
the
we
music
can
is
talk
for.
to each other.
Yes, we gonna
But you-
make it. We can get through. We can get by.
And it's surprising because we make music, which is a form of communication, and most artists are the worst at talking to each other. Because
can't.
either you're behind your instrument, you're behind the persona, you're behind the computer, you're behind the mixing board. We have all these
We're working
barriers.
27 jobs to pay for the project.
And also live.
Yeah.
What we got to do to get the project done and get it out. I understand. We got to talk to each other.
Well,
and
you're doing
do
great.
good business.
Man, that part.
And
Just do good business. Just honor
part.
me in the business that we do,
I agree.
and that's it. Can't nobody,
Oh.
no matter what I've been through, can't nobody say that I owe you some money,
Right.
unless we're in business with each
Or
other
that
and
I
we have an
didn't do what I
agreement,
said what I was gonna
or I didn't pay you.
You know what? Stuff happens.
So there's a couple themes that we've talked about,
yeah.
and a couple of them that I get out of it are patience and release.
I see what you did there.
So-
Come on now, hey,
Let's check out.
I like that.
Let's
I do
check
like
out
that.
this amazing song.
Because we could talk all night.
Yeah.
Fasten your seatbelts again, audience. I got to get
Buckle
the
up.
extra thing because my waist is a little bit.
Stop.
Super Italian.
So check it out, y'all. Patience and Release. This is by Emile Martinez and his incredible debut album, Lamad.
Emile The Education.
Emile
Yes.
Martinez. and the
Emile
Education.
Or just Emile The Education.
Emile and the Education.
Yeah.
Like
Emile and the Education. I like
the
that.
E and the E.
I'm never going to forget it.
Yeah. Thank you, Pasquale. I like that.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
The E and the E.
My favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like get some drum and bass vibes. Like, what the-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah.
Dude,
That's what I wanted to do.
So when that trumpet line comes in,
Yeah, this one's trippy. Love it.
That's Gabby.
Yeah.
That's Gabby.
Fire.
it repeats like 4 times. I love the way the drums, the drum sound on this song, man.
Man, we recorded this at Revival.
Very muffled, right? Like,
It's kind of like that kit, man, and the way that they have everything mic'd at Revival is crazy. That was Earth, Wind, and Fire studio. So that's what it's like. They still got that same setup in there. It's
Where?
crazy. Revival Studios, Complex Studios. It's called Revival. It's off of.
I am not getting the most out of LA.
Yeah.
I need to tap in.
Oh yeah. Aaron and then Sam.
That's a sax?
Yeah, so that's saxophone. Then I have him like talking to himself.
Yeah.
Because it's called Patience and Release, right?
Yeah.
So it's like internal conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the theme. So I was like, I'm gonna do something daring. So
Yeah.
I took his solos. He sent me like 2 or 3 solos, and I chopped them up, and I arranged it so it sounds like they're talking to each other.
Yeah.
And then that Sam is soloing in the background, and I made it sound like Sam is conversing with him in real time. Right. But and then I'm kind of sneaking in the background. Like little sound effects.
Hey guys, wait.
Like I'm like, oh word, I'm listening to their conversation,
And
Yeah.
responding.
and then I'm like just like, oh word, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
taking a back seat, and then it's like evolution of conversation, like conflict, and then resolution.
Yeah.
But it-
conflict resolution.
It's crazy because when I first heard it, I thought this is self-work. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
internal work.
Yeah,
Like it's
Oh, it
internal
is.
conflict.
it is.
You must have patience. you
What's
know.
crazy is
So
that
hard.
I thought that this song was not gonna go over. I was more worried about this song than any song on
It's
the album.
my favorite one.
And it's crazy because this is the one that people have come to me and be like, yo, I love Patience and Release. And I'm
Because
like,
it feels like a conversation. It feels like self-reflection. It feels like growth, like struggle but growth.
that's crazy.
It's like a flower
Yeah.
breaking the
And that's what I
dirt.
wanted to have
It's just
happen. Yeah.
And that melody in the
pushes
beginning.
it up, you know.
So I made a beat. So I have a beat tape that's coming out, right? That when Nipsey Hussle passed, right? I was like, man, I want to dive into like Nipsey's music and really understand who this brother was, right? Now I live in Inglewood. I live right like west, like that lot, that corner store that he had, where he was selling T-shirts and everything like that. When I was younger, audience, there's a gas station that's right there. There's like, the alleyway that's right there is where the Fat Burger is, and then it was like Fat Burgers and Wild Wings or something like that. And you can go and that alleyway has always been like, my homeboy that's from South Central was like, we don't drive down this alleyway. You know what I'm saying? We don't go down here. Now, since his passing, they blocked it off.
Oh wow.
Right? And so
Is that where he got shot?
yeah, he got shot in that plaza.
Oh, that's what I
But
thought.
that's what the dude came
down the alley.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I used to stop over there when I was younger, in my younger days of, doing nature walk things. And I used to stop over there, and it was cool, man. Like, even though it was like the OGs, they were always really cool. Like, I dressed like a musician.
Yeah.
So people would be like, "Oh man, what's up, man? What you doing, man?"
Yeah,
I'm like, "What's up, dog? I'm just here." I was like,
Jazz
"Oh, okay,
cat.
yeah, yeah." You know what I mean? And but it wasn't up until I didn't know anything about that area. I just thought I was there just wanted some papers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like shit like that. And I don't drink. So that's my one little So I'm there, but then when he passed, I was like, man, let me go tap in and learn about him. And I learned so much about him. I was inspired. And then listening to him talk about being a business owner and trying to elevate, I was like, I gotta, like,
I need to know more.
a lot of people say, yeah, I was inspired by that, but man, no, like, I actually, like, I listen and I'm like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do.
Inspired you to action.
Yeah.
So I bought a couple books. I learned about what it means to start your own publishing company, and did that. And that's what inspired me to
that's
get my
lit.
shit together.
Lit.
And then I made a beat tape, and I took all these acapellas. I know how to sample people and strip the vocals and dump them into a beat. And I made like a whole beat tape dedicated to Nip. So I made this song is one of the beats from the beat tape, but it sounds nothing like this.
Wow. I want to hear that shit,
I do
man.
too.
It sounds nothing like this. And so I've always wanted to play that song live. So then I was thinking of ways like, what would be a dope way for us to do it? So then when I got the band together, I sent the beat to everybody, and I was like, yo, could we do this like drum and bass?
Yeah.
It's my first time playing this song like that.
shit.
And it's like a beat, and it's like a broken kind of like electronica type of, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then this is the evolution of like us figuring out with this, of me discovering the ways in which this song could come to life, as an instrumental song. Yeah. And I did that. And a lot of my music that I write now, I have a process where I started recording drums and collecting grooves from all my drum homies and putting stuff together and writing melodies over it, and then adding changes and trying to figure out like, is this right? And I used to call my piano player homies and be like, hey man, can you listen to this and tell me that I'm doing this right? Because I hear it like this, but because how I hear it for improvising is not necessarily how they think about playing it, right? Because I'm thinking about all the various ways that I can attack or play over one chord, like how many different chords or different ways I can play within a chord change or a set of changes
within the progression.
Right, within the progression, how many different ways can I play, use other, chord scales. And so then this song came out of that beat, and it's so crazy to me to hear the evolution of
it, and then
and then it turned into this.
That's
interesting. And it also has like a psychedelic feel to it.
Yes.
And there's a slow burn thing too.
Like Jimmy.
There's a slow burn. Like it's hasn't ended yet, and it doesn't need to end because it's not over.
But that's also Garfield. But that's Garfield too. I have a couple of projects coming out.
Who's that guitar player?
That's Neon.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
So Garfield was like,
it's nice.
Garfield was like, because when I work with mixing engineers, when I work with people, I'm hiring you because I believe in what you do. Don't wait for me to tell you what decisions you make. You make the decisions, and then let me hear what you've done, and then we can talk about it, and then meet each other. It just so happened that like what I'm hearing, because when I was working on like soft mixes for the album, I kind of sent Garfield like little rough things, and as we were working on the other songs for the album, like I was kind of hearing it like this. He's like, yo, send me, and then I sent him like one. He was like, send me listening examples, and then send me like one song from the album that you kind of touched on that you kind of want the rest of the project to sound like. And he bodied the assignment. I showed up to his house, and he meticulously broke down every single part, every single section, learned the songs in and out. Like he's different as a mixing engineer. He goes like above and beyond the call of duty.
This conversation
has been
mind-blowing,
so meaningful.
You, Shannon, and you, Emile,
thank you,
are amazing human beings, and I'm privileged to be here.
Man, me too.
And I have grown.
Same. I
feel like
I do. I grew a little today. I feel a little taller.
I grew a little bit.
You guys definitely softened my heart.
Oh,
bro. Like I see you. I see the beauty. I just love what you do, bro.
I know.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely, bro.
I really do.
I can contribute to you. Like that's what I want to do, man.
Well, you've always been like that towards me.
Yeah, brother.
And
like,
it was at a time when I was going through.
You needed it?
Well, it just kind of, people show up in the midst of like when you're like dealing with like all the things, and it was like nasty things. So I'm trying to like, and then you were so kind, and I was just
he is so kind.
And I was like, you're callous, and you're like,
what's up with this guy?
Yeah, what do you want from me?
Like, man, like, and when actually that night at the gig, when I met you at the Sunrose, I was like not wanting to go because I was like in my funk. I was like, man, and then I went, and I'm like, yo, I met Pasquale, man.
Pasquale is even a name. Is like
you were like,
you were hanging out on the back.
I was I
gave you a Diamonds of Music hat.
Yeah, you gave me a hat. I was like, no, thank you, bro. And then I was just chilling in the back. I was kind of just staying out the way.
Yeah.
And John was like, he forced me. Jonathan Pinson. That's my brother. He was like, man, you better be there. And I was like, damn, all right.
Okay.
So I'm standing in the back with my little jacket.
I'll go.
Sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then he was like,
that's me in
and
the
he
corner.
announced the song. I didn't, some people say I'm gonna play your stuff, honor you on stage, and they don't. And he actually did it. And I was like, damn, John, for real. And he's like, I love you, bro. I got you. I was like, damn, like,
Aww.
and
Incredible.
And ever since then, Pasquale and I just been in touch, and I really appreciate it, man. Me being here, Chris, like meeting you.
Yeah, Chris is the shit. Actually,
Yeah, big
I got a chance
props
to meet
Chris.
you.
man, I really am so grateful.
Pasquale's been talking about you for so long, and
Same for you, and I was excited because he had sent me a project a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, whatever. And I had already been listening to it, and I was like, "Oh, this is jazz, baby. I like
man.
this."
We gotta get you back. We gotta get Jonathan in here. I got his album. From the Sunrose, and that night was special. With Melogia.
oh yeah,
She brings it.
his
man.
wife, yeah.
His wife, like the energy of the room. I forgot what the name of the song was, but are you better today than yesterday? Or
Oh yeah,
that show was electric, man. That was
good.
that was badass. But thank you again for
Thank you, man, for having
taking
me.
the time, man.
Thank you for letting me
Honestly.
talk y'all ears off, man.
Oh,
No, I
all right.
really think we
Building
need a
with me.
second part.
Yeah, let's
I have
do it.
more questions. I feel like you have more to give, and
Yeah, you
I
could just
want
ask
it.
away.
Okay, I want all of them. I'm gonna leave
Let's
no
do it.
crumbs on the
Let's
table.
put it on the books,
And if
man.
we could get you to play something live, like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I think
that would be the bee's knees.
this summer, spring.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on something right now.
I'm like, wait a second. Well, that sounds I'm like next weekend, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Not next weekend because that'll be the gig, but
Probably.
I mean, at some point soon.
It's
We'll
gonna
figure
take.
it out.
It's
Give
gonna
us some time.
It's gonna take a little time
We gonna
because I'm
give
in
you
the middle of
Okay.
booking like a possible tour for the band.
Oh, go crazy.
Nice.
Self-funded, so it's like
Yeah.
a big,
Yeah.
Okay.
like, yo,
Yeah, you're in it.
we got invited to this
We're in the
showcase
thick of it.
in Japan, the band. So
That's
I'm
dope.
trying to take us out there, and then we're working with a booking agent out there to do like a week, like 2 weeks.
Emile, give us your socials, websites, whatever you got going. How can we find you?
All right, so I am on everything except for TikTok.
Nice.
And I have the official launch of the YouTube channel a couple days ago, where I dropped the official music video for Osad's House.
Ooh.
So
What's that? What's your YouTube?
on YouTube, it's Emile and the Education.
Emile and the Education.
Emile and the Education.
Okay.
EMILE and the Education. And then my Instagram is Emile Martinez _trumpet. And then when you get to that page, it'll be me and the band. I haven't figured out how to change the handle for that. So it's still my name and _trumpet, but the band page, it is the official band page. My Instagram it's not me anymore. Everything I do is about my band and the music that I make with everybody. And then on Facebook, it's just my name, Emile Martinez. And then on Twitter, it's Emile in the Education as well. Or you can type in my name, Emile Martinez, or X. Dang, I still say Twitter. That's how old I am.
Found ya. Got him.
Yeah. And let's see, anything else? Oh, I have a website. My website is emilemartinez.com. Yeah, more to come. I have another video coming out next week, which is a interview documentary, kind of just talking about myself and the album and the process of making music and where I've been working and what I've been up to. I'm kind of like transitioning from Instagram to YouTube. I think that for me personally, if I'm gonna do the artist grind thing, I want to stick to like longer form content. So I'm gonna be using the Instagram as like a newsletter, like a little, so I can just keep everybody up to date and then transition, try to bring everybody to YouTube. So definitely please come and support the YouTube channel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys find him, follow, like, subscribe.
Oh, merchandise and vinyl coming soon to the website.
Oh, we're gonna need that.
That's coming soon. That's like within the next couple months. I'll have some merch and some vinyl coming out.
Cool.
Working
Yeah,
with
we'll
my
promote
nephew.
it.
My nephew is a very talented fashion designer.
Oh, really?
And he went to fashion school. Yeah,
might need
super
him too.
talented. He's great. He's brilliant ideas. And so
Can't wait for that vinyl, man.
man, what? Me too. I can't believe
dope.
I'm there right now. So
Who did the artwork?
shout out to Jamie Stemmons is the mixing engineer, his wife Camille Stemmons, and their daughter Brooklyn Stemmons.
Oh, I love that.
the Stemmons family did my album artwork.
Stemmons coming
Dope.
up.
Well, I always put my people on.
Yeah,
and
I
I
love
believe in
that.
my people and my community and the people that pushed me to get this done. And
You're a man of action.
yeah,
I like
am.
that.
I am.
I appreciate that.
So they did the album artwork. They even took pictures, like some of the pictures that you see on the website and stuff. Miss Camille Stemmons is a beast of a photographer.
Website is very, very well done.
Oh, thank you, man. And then my website, I did.
Makes my GoDaddy one look like.
Man, I did the website, and then shout out to Corey Crook. Corey's the person that video that's in the intro of my website.
Yeah.
That's coming out on YouTube soon, within 2 weeks. And then he also shot the video for Osad's house. That's like my big brother,
wow.
big friend. That's like my big homie, who's like my bro. I always empower the people that are creative next to me. And I'm like, least I can do is invest in you, pay you, and
That
then
part.
put you in a place for people to see your work.
Yeah.
And that's how I am. That's how I operate. So
I really appreciate that. That's
Yeah.
how we have to be.
yeah,
I'd like to see more of that
yeah.
happening. Okay, so basically what I'm hearing is that we need to go to your YouTube page
Yes.
and we need to look out for that video
Yes.
drop for Assad's house.
It's already out. It
It's already
dropped
out.
2 days ago.
Okay, so it's out
Click.
now.
Check it out.
I had a
Find
little
it.
technical error with it, so I had to re-upload it last night. it had hit over 100 views, and I was hurt because I was like, "Man, now I got to something."
Start
It was
over?
started. There's just issues with the video. I didn't like how it came around, and that's the page. I'm learning how to set all that stuff
I have a
up.
feeling the numbers will come.
I hope so. It's a
Yeah.
beautifully shot video. I'm surprised at how well it's been received.
I'm going to watch it on the way home.
Yeah,
so,
thank you.
You'll
Yeah.
have at least one more tonight.
Hey, come on, man. Thank you.
Yeah, but
Thank you.
I really appreciate you being here. This has been amazing, to be honest.
Yeah.
No exaggeration. I mean, wow, a godsmack of
Oh my gosh.
a conversation around this beautiful body of work.
Thank you.
And I just feel so blessed to have been introduced by Pasquale, who is, the guy's all right. I
Yeah.
might keep him. He's a good egg.
He's a good dude.
Yo, he knows good music, I'll tell you that. And he can definitely play some
Oh yeah.
some
Nah, he
music
can
too.
play,
So,
yeah.
and he's got this beautiful studio that I just love coming to every week to do these podcasts, and I feel really honored to have met you, Emile, and
Thank
I'm
you.
really excited to see what else you're going to do, what you're going to bring, what you're going to teach the kids, what kind of beats you're going to produce for me,
Oh yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
I want all that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, appreciate you. This is RDF Studios, and we're in downtown Los Angeles for another episode of Safe Space Sounds. I am Bombay, and this is what a safe space sounds like. So I want to make sure that you guys are liking, following, and subscribing to our YouTube page, because you have no idea all the amazing stuff we're going to bring you, all the good music we're going to listen to, and all the dope artists we're going to sit with, like we did tonight. So shout out Emile The Education and RDF Studios. Thanks for tuning in to another great episode. You guys can follow us on all platforms at Safe Space Sounds, except for TikTok. I think we haven't locked that one down yet. And Instagram actually is Sounds Like a Safe Space. Is that right, Chris? Anyway, you'll find me. Like, follow, and subscribe for more, and we'll see you next week.